right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Planet Xbox episode 19. We are back, and surprisingly, I guess he really wants this Xbox, so we're really keeping his word. But I'm
about to take over the Xbox community like Neo GameSpark.
Neo Game, bro. If I can get Neo GameSpark to join Planet Xbox, I'd be happy. So
he said he's not joining until the Xbox is at my doorstep.
Yeah, the only thing, hold on, before I didn't get to say this in the chat, but you were like, because his Xbox Elite review like hit like so many views within a certain hour. Did you forget he got like 50,000 subs, right?
But still, he's never talked about it. None of his other videos do that much, really. See, Smooth? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Phil Spencer started sending him something or tweeting him or emailing him.
Well, Major Nelson already tweeted him.
Oh, Lord. Is Major Nelson tweet you?
He responded back to me. I got a picture of Major Nelson. That's enough.
Because Neo GameSpark, he isn't on that like console war BS or anything like that. You know what I mean?
No, it's not even that. You see the Smooth?
But
the people that act normal and don't act like raging lunatics.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember when they were giving out free Xbox ones? They were giving out to like Boogie and all these other people that don't even play for Xbox. Smooth, you gotta dial it down so you can get into this group.
Hey, Bond. I mean, you jump on this Xbox bandwagon. I'm pretty sure you'll grow tremendously.
And I'll be using all that Xbox stuff on my PC too. Well, back to my point, Smooth. You call yourself the best spot. You spend the most time defending the Xbox, but everybody else has things to show for, but you ain't getting nothing.
Don't worry. See, I'm not worried about that. I am not worried about that.
You know what that is, Smooth?
What is it?
You're the simp, and everybody else is the alpha male at Microsoft is fucking.
No, absolutely not.
They just passing her around while you trying to be this nice guy, getting constantly looked over.
No. See, I will be. What's the term I'm looking for? I will be rewarded for my actions. And
you really sound like a simp right now. I will be rewarded with my actions. How long you gonna simp for, Smooth?
You gonna be rewarded, Smooth?
Don't
worry,
but
it's coming. But let's get this shot.
Meanwhile, these other dudes just roll up in here, and after 2 minutes, you whining, dining, taking her out to dinner, taking her out on vacations. Dudes like Neo GameSpark just kicking in the door, giving that dick out.
Hey,
Jesus Christ!
Hey,
all right, man. Intro.
Shout out to Neo GameSpark. We're gonna start off with Chris Righteous, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I finally got to start Judgment. Which is the Yakuza spinoff, and I'm really digging it. I'm loving it's all the detective work and solving crimes and stuff like that. But the gameplay and the combat is fire. And I just got into the closed beta of Genshin Impact. If anybody remembers that was a game that looks like Breath. It looks like a Breath of the Wild clone, and those people in China were destroying PS4s because of it. Y'all remember that?
I remember that.
Why would people in China destroying PS4s over it?
Yeah, why the fuck would they I don't
look it up. I don't know why.
I remember that.
The game looks fire. Look it up. The game looks fire. But yeah, man, we got a lot of topics talk about. A lot of the Xbox event and rumors, and a whole bunch of hype is heating up surrounding Xbox. So yeah, let's get into it.
Oh, they smashed it. To protest Sony's inspired Zelda game.
Yeah, that's the one.
Chinese Gaming Expo.
Yeah, the gameplay is fire though. Look at
the funny thing is, it was first revealed for PC.
Yeah. I remember hearing about it, so I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, I've seen it on WCC.
Yeah, Xbox fanboys in China. Or Nintendo fanboys in China. That's what it was.
Next up is Dopest J.
Yo, what's up, guys? Just finished The Last of Us 2 today. Glad I beat that game so I can move on to other games now. I'm thinking about playing God of War 2018, going through that, or The Last of Us. So I'm just debating between those two games. But other than that, just been chilling. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about that a lot, man. Other than that, I'm just really hyped for Ghost of Tsushima to come out. That's another game I'm looking forward to. So
it's fire.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fire ass game of the year in my opinion. So yeah.
And Croy.
Yo, it's your boy. How y'all doing, man? Let's get to these topics, man.
Nick Banks.
What's going on, y'all? What's up to the chat? What's going on to the panel? Getting this Halo Infinite hype going on. Just started Halo Wars 2. And soon to play Halo 5 on Legendary with my boy Dope, and probably Corey, right?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. Shit, I'm down for it, dude.
Cool, yeah. Well, let's go.
All right, so we got a.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get my introduction.
Fun, you're the first person I mentioned, and you got a moment to fucking disrespect me at the first 2 minutes of the show.
Smooth. I'm trying to get you paid. I'm trying to get you to get free stuff. I'm trying to get you to get that same treatment all these other people are getting. You're just not trying to work it the right way.
No, what I'm gonna do is
you should be getting all this free stuff, not everybody else, Smooth. And I think everybody on this panel can agree to that.
Yo, what up? What up, Salty? We got Salty in the chat.
Anyway, Black Bond, follow my Twitter at BlackBRI, and let's get this game going.
Yeah, you sure you want to do that? You don't want to get that channel, that page suspended. What was that page suspended for?
Who knows?
That's crazy.
Yo, Chris, you peeped this, bro? This guy said that I should be on a Sony podcast, not an Xbox.
Really?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Emmanuel.
Oh, Emmanuel. Hey.
Oh, man.
He said that I should be on the Sony podcast.
All right, so first thing, have any of you guys heard about the summer Game Fest live demos that they're going to be doing throughout July 21st?
Yeah, they said they're gonna have like 60 games being shown, demoed off.
They said 60 brand new game demos. That's crazy.
What is it like? It was like throughout the month. It was like throughout
July.
It was like for like a week.
1st to July 27th.
Yeah.
So
like a week.
It looks like pretty much in terms of content and what we've been hearing is that like the juicy E3 stuff has been like pretty much delayed like a month and a half, and everything's taking place the second and last week of July, pretty much.
July and that's gonna be like Xbox Summer Game Fest collaboration or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of ID Xbox games in there.
Yeah, they had a showcase.
I'm cool with that.
Was it 2 days ago? I didn't even get to watch it yet. But the ID Xbox had like an indie showcase, and I know PlayStation just announced something today with their showing off.
It was 9 new indie games. Yeah, it was 9 new indie games.
There was this. There's this exclusive to next gen indie game. It's called. I tweeted it out, and the dev responded to me because I guess the way I tweeted about. I understand why it was like exclusive to like next gen, but it's called. I don't know if any of you guys saw the trailer, but it came out today. At least the trailer came out today, and it was called Compiled, yeah. And it's cool looking. But you can tell it's independent. It's cool looking. They're doing good stuff with colors. It look like it's going to be running at like a high frame rate. But it's not. It doesn't look like a super graphically demanding thing. But they highlighted that it's exclusive to like PC and next gen, and I don't understand why. So I really don't understand why. So I'm just curious on. I asked the guy like, is there any reason why the game isn't coming out on like PS4 and Xbox One? But from what I could tell, I don't recall getting a reply. But I don't know if any of you guys got to see that at any point today.
No, like I saw it. Like, oh shit, my bad. If anybody was gonna go first, but
go ahead.
No, like no, like I saw it. Like I fucked with it. Like it's I don't know. Maybe it's the particle effects. Maybe it's I don't know why they.
What game was it again? So I can look at it.
Recompile. Yeah.
All right, so he did reply. He just said, "Stop jumping to conclusions." I mean, you fucking wanted that.
Like I don't know why the shit will be tied to next gen systems, but I mean, like I mean, shit, I love it.
Maybe for the loading, I don't know. Maybe for the
like I don't know
or some shit like that.
Like I feel like the particle effects could be like one of the reasons. Maybe they really trying to make those be like crazy or some shit. I don't know. It doesn't look that demanding, but I mean, shit, I'm not a fucking dev, so.
Yeah. Well, he didn't take too kindly to my
Yeah,
questions.
yeah. I saw his comment. I was like, God damn. I didn't even know that was the dev, bruh. So
No, I mean it's that's the dev.
Is this coming exclusive? I see it on the PlayStation. This one exclusive for PlayStation 5?
It's next gen exclusive.
Yeah, just
It's
next gen.
coming to PS5.
Just like
It don't
Xbox
look that
Series.
bad.
No, it doesn't look bad
see
at
why.
all. Like it doesn't look bad at all.
But you know what I think it is, honestly? Because remember Yoshida, he's now like the lead head of like the indie portion of PlayStation.
Yeah, he got demoted. Yep. I remember.
Oh man.
Yeah, but he's like the indie head of PlayStation, and he's probably just cashing checks to get this shit on PS5 only or something like that. That's probably what it is.
I like Yoshida though, man, but I hope everything go good with these games, man. Now that he ain't up there rectifying things, you know what I mean?
So
definitely make a difference.
The cool thing is, I don't know if you guys remember, but I think it was 2006 or 2007. I think it was the last time the Xbox did during E3 like launch live like demos to Xbox Live if you were on like Xbox 360 back then. So I remember I played a whole lot of demos that they were doing for E3 during those years, and that was one of my favorite parts because that's when you could watch the briefings on the console, and then they would have the demos in the arcade in the store, like on the dashboard that you could like download and play and whatnot. So it's cool, but I looked at the list of the games. A lot of them are like kind of mid small tier games. I think the biggest game in there, honestly, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's like Destroy All Humans. So,
yeah.
So, but
I like that game though.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't played the original. I think it came out the same year that the 360 came out. Yeah. So like in 2005, yeah. If it wasn't like, I think I was the only console I was playing then during like the first half of the year was GameCube. Before the 360 came out. But some other news is obviously we've The Last of Us went. I think we all pretty much beat it. The spoilers are out there. Also, the sales are out there. Sold 4 million, 3 days. I know there's other news outlets reporting the sales going down with 80%.
80%, just like Grand Theft Auto 5. Yep.
Well, damn. How? Where else can Grand Theft Auto sales go?
Yeah, I don't know.
So people are trying to insinuate. This happens to a lot of games, right? People are trying to insinuate because the second week sale is a big drop off. They're trying to think that it's going to be a flop or whatever, but right. Grand Theft Auto 5 second week sales went down 83%, right? What's Uncharted 4, right? Uncharted 4, the number was it sold 2.7 million in 1 week, right? 2.7 million in 1 week, which when we look back at it, it's not impressive today, but it was back then. It had a 78% drop off the second week, and right now its lifetime sales is around 17 million. So this ain't
okay.
This is not gonna affect the lifetime sales of The Last of Us.
Hold on, though. You talking back then. Let's talk now. Spider-Man sales only dropped 34 to 40%,
No,
I think.
51%.
51%. God of War is like 30-something, right?
35.
Yeah, and that was in, like, would you say that's mid-gen or whatever? PS5 is about to drop, man. Like, I don't see this game passing Spider-Man. Like, people are going to want to, get the PS5.
Will, because
it's going to pass Spider-Man. It's going to pass Spider-Man.
It's going to be backwards compatible on the PS5.
Yeah.
Or they'll just port it over. One way or another, they'll still sell.
True, but hold up. Let's think
Depends
about
on the price of the PS5.
Yeah, that too. Like, I mean, but if it's like, all right, if the people, let's say, all right, the people like who haven't bought it yet, or let's say like they're waiting on the PS5 or something like that.
They went on 60 frames version.
Yeah, maybe that, or like having the possibility, maybe they do read up on the game, or like read about the backlash about the game, or read about the negativity that followed the game, or the negative impressions, I'll say, not negativity, the negative impressions of the game. Maybe they'll read into that, and maybe they won't, because you know how some people are, like they may not dig into it, and they may just fucking, hey, here's this game that came out like shit a year ago. Oh man, all these people hated it. Oh man, look at the score. You know how motherfuckers are with scores. Like they love to put so much love and stock into these scores. Maybe they see it and they just like, damn, this thing did this, man. Should I may pass on the bitch? Maybe they're not familiar with The Last of Us as a franchise, period. Maybe they never touched it on the PS3 or the PS4. Like, we don't know. Like, but I'm just thinking, like, there is a possibility that it could sell, or you could flip the coin and it'd be like at that angle where like people are like looking at it that way, like the newcomers. So
no, I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, because they still got it's 100% confirmed that they still got multiplayer coming, right? And the multiplayer
might be standalone though.
And it might be standalone, but that can still be an incentive. So people be like, "Well, I really enjoy the multiplayer. Let me try the single player now," right?
True.
Damn, I lost my train of thought. I was also gonna say, I mean, we seen games that they have a backlash in the beginning, and honestly, I think the big backlash is mainly you see it online, but I don't really know how big most people are still winning out about it. Like I said, we're gonna see it, right? Because Sea of Thieves right now is mass successful, right? It has a lot of player base. Steam is the player count on Steam is pretty good and everything like that. And that game was a disaster at launch too. So you know what I mean. So people could have looked at that and be like, "Yo, they're cracking this back." And
No Man's Sky has a resurrection right now with their player base as well. But I think an interesting thing with The Last of Us 2, right? So they said that The Last of Us 2 was the #1 game in the UK last week on the sales chart, right? But they also said The Last of Us Remastered was number 9, and that number is 82% up week over week in terms of overall sales increase. So that game is selling pretty well right now as well. So like the Last of Us franchise, no matter how many people slander the game or feel about it, it's still a game that's gonna sell. No matter what.
I'm not denying this. So I just don't think it's gonna touch Spider-Man. Because think about it.
Probably not. It's gonna sell well. Like it's still gonna pass like 10 million copies, which is a success.
Let's use Chris' logic with the standalone idea.
Okay.
No, that's your logic. I'm not saying it's a standalone. You're saying that it's a standalone.
I'm saying with the multiplayer, I don't think they're just gonna patch in the multiplayer and then resell The Last of Us, right? But anyway,
they might do that for the PS5.
When Miles Morales come out, it's gonna still have people wanting to buy Spider-Man again, right?
That's true. That's also.
So, I mean, I don't know, man.
And that's why I said that when The Last of Us 2 sold 4 million copies, you also seen remastered sales increase as well. So the same is true for The Last of Us. Like the way you used Spider-Man as an example is what's happening right now for The Last of Us.
Yeah, and especially if they be like the PS5 version, it's gonna be upgraded and 60 frames and all that other stuff, man. People are gonna want to double dip.
Play it again.
This backlash shit, this shit's gonna blow over. You're gonna see a lot of people start to change their mind later on. It always happens.
like I'm saying, what I'm just saying is that I would hope that people would or not hope, or I would just expect them to do so. But I mean, there's still gonna be some people. You can't deny it. There's going to be some people who really look into it, or at least dive just that surface level and just find the controversy that followed it, and they're going to let that really
but they can do that with any game.
I know that, but we're talking about this game. Is my point. I know that could happen with any game. I'm just saying, since we're on the sales of this game, is what I'm saying.
My main point is there has been plenty of big games that had a massive second week drop off. Right, and it didn't, and they still sold a lot. So it's no different with this game. So people shouldn't look at this game it's funny because it's happened to so many other games, but for some reason this is the only game that I got pointed out.
Yeah, that's true. They trying to say that. Well, no, my only thing was because we all had this thing about it's going to outsell Spider-Man. I'm not with the crowd that's saying, backlash.
When does it outsell Spider-Man? Because you're saying it's going to do it immediately.
I didn't never. Who said?
But when does it? When does it count?
Yeah, when is this?
When does it outsell Spider-Man? Is Spider-Man the highest selling PlayStation game right now?
No.
What game is that?
Previously Uncharted, it was the fastest. No, right now it's still. I think it's still The Last of Us remastered.
No, I don't think it's The Last of Us remastered.
Yeah, but they using PS3 copies.
Yeah, because I think The Last of Us total.
So if we're going just strictly off of PlayStation 4, I would probably say Uncharted 4 because it's around 17.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's 17 million.
Where's Spider-Man at currently? Spider-Man's at
13.
From the last time we know, they said 13 million, but I'm guessing it's probably at 14.
Yeah, then where's God of War? God of War and Horizon are what?
God of War's at 10. Horizon's at 10.
From the last time they reported it, it was at 10, but it could be more by now.
The Last of Us remastered definitely seen a spike, so that number is going to climb as well.
But even still, right? 4 million in 2 days for an exclusive. That's still a shit ton. Like that's impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, some people are trying to downplay it, be like, "Oh, that's not impressive because of the install base."
That's impressive.
But the thing is, it's like there's a lot of multiplats that doesn't even do those numbers with like a install base of like 200 million or more.
Exactly.
You know what's really impressive?
I don't know what game. Hold up.
Smooth.
Let me get an example of that. Of a multiplat that doesn't sell that much with a 200 million install base or whatever.
That doesn't sell like 4 millions in 3 days.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
No,
we're talking about just on PS4, not talking about all consoles involved. Just on PS4, right? Uncharted is the second highest selling game. Mm-hmm. The only other game that's above it is GTA 5. That's it.
Yeah, okay, that's it. So if it's not,
that's the only other game.
If it's not Rockstar or Minecraft or Call of Duty, most other games aren't doing those numbers. And
Minecraft's not even in the top. Minecraft's not even like the top 30 on PS4.
Yeah, it is, ain't it?
No, in terms of highest selling, no.
Oh,
I don't know if it is. But I
know, not on PS4.
So Smooth, what's impressive, Smooth? I ain't forget what you said, bro.
Sea of Thieves. It launched on Steam. When did it launch on Steam? A month ago. And it's still number one on Steam sales. And despite it being available on Xbox Game Pass, despite it being available and being trashed for 3 years, but it looks like the PC community, the Steam community, is taking a liking to the game. It's keeping a high concurrent player count just on Steam numbers alone, and it's the game, like I said, it's a far cry from what it was when it launched to what it is now. I am shout out to the Rare and Sea of Thieves team for the work that they did on Sea of Thieves, and it's a payoff that I guess I'm pretty sure Xbox is happy with some of the way some of these games are performing on Steam. But I don't know if you guys had any thoughts on that. Blackbine, you about ready to jump into Sea of Thieves?
No, nobody's talking about that trash.
Well, apparently it's doing good on. Apparently it's doing good on. It's doing good on Steam, and it's like another No Man's Sky situation or another like Final Fantasy 14 situation where the game comes out completely shit, but thankfully the developers, they stick with it, they add more to it or whatever. And of course, when it comes to PC, it's gonna get supported more due to like mods and stuff like that, which you can do different shit you can do in the game. So.
They need to fix that combat, man.
Let me take care of this super chat. Shout out to TonyWood25. He says, "It's all good for gamers to have a voice in gaming. In the case of The Last of Us 2, gamers are speaking. So what's the damn problem? I'm with the gamers, yo."
What is he talking about?
I guess in regards to like the backlash,
the controversy.
But like there's gamers who love the game, like me, Jay, freaking BG, Jack. There's plenty of gamers who also love the game. So what side of gamers are you taking? The ones who hate it or the ones who love it? Because there's two sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's very
divisive.
But
you can't dismiss certain ones. You know
I'm not dismissing the people.
Not you.
Yeah.
No, not you. Like in general, like some people, like on both sides, they dismiss their opinions, and like both love it. They just got different opinions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
About the Sea of Thieves thing, I actually give them a lot of credit at Rare for actually supporting that game and actually sticking with it, honestly, because there are devs that just completely quit on their games, like Dice. Like Dice gave up on Battlefield 5. They quit on that game, and that's a real shame because Battlefield 5 had a lot of potential. If they just would have stuck with it for a little bit until the release of Battlefield 6, they definitely would have retained a lot more players than they did. But I don't know, man. It's just very unfortunate because like look at Battlefield 4's launch. Battlefield 4's launch was pretty bad as well, but they patched the game, they supported it, and got the game in a way better state a year after release, and they had a really good player base on console and PC, and then they just gave up on Battlefield 5. So
you know the problem with Battlefield?
Battlefield 5 is good.
You know what the problem with Battlefield is, to be honest?
What's up?
What's that?
Call of Duty made the transition from being a PC-centric game to a console game.
No, console games are PC.
Battlefield was always a PC-centric game, and then tried to consolize, but just did not make that smoother transition as Call of Duty did.
Because like I played
Battlefield 3 was amazing because it was a PC-centric game.
BF4 was really good on Xbox One and PS4.
It really was.
Wise. No.
Player base wise.
BF4, player base wise, it was there. And like looking at because remember BF4 came out on PS3 and 360.
Right, you're right.
And then it came the next gen, and next gen was way better than playing that. So people need to remember that. Like PS3 and Xbox One's version of BF4 ran really, really well. And at that point in time, people were like, "Oh shit, this runs almost as good as PC at 60 frames per second." Now it wasn't as high a resolution, but it was still there at 1080p.
Yeah, shit, I played a lot of that
I
from
think
the
it was
360.
900p and 720p.
Yeah.
The Frostbite engine struggled with resolution on consoles.
It was still a steady 60 FPS on that game, though,
good,
and that game
right.
performed well.
Here's also the problem.
Call of Duty was always good on console. It's just that Call of Duty never had a good PC base until Black Ops 4.
Here's also the problem that Battlefield has. Call of Duty comes out every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Battlefield does not. And while Battlefield wants to support the game with map packs, this, that, and the other, people are more inclined to get a whole new experience with a whole new Call of Duty as opposed to stick with the same game and just keep getting map packs and expansions. People just buy the yearly Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Tony Wood 25 says, I guess this is towards Chris Righteous. He says, "You and BG don't speak for everyone. The story told nothing about Ellie's importance, and gamers were catfished about Joel's role. Anyway, it's over."
And you don't speak for the rest of the gamers neither. There's people who don't like it, and there's people who like it. For you to say it's like, oh, you don't speak for everybody, but yet you're speaking for all. You're speaking for all gamers and saying, well, gamers don't like it. That's not true, because there's a bunch of gamers who do like it, and it's not just me and BG. Like I said, if you don't like it, then that's fine. You don't have to like. You don't see me arguing with anybody who don't like the game, that actually played the game. You don't see me, coming at them or anything like that. But at the same time, don't sit here and tell us that all gamers don't like it. No, it's not all gamers. There's a lot of gamers who don't.
I think it's just a circular argument at this point. And like,
I think Tony's fucking with you, bro.
Yeah, he's trying to rile you up, man.
And you can use user scores, but the thing is, a lot of those user scores were just review bombs for people who don't even like it. Are there legit ones who don't fucking like it? Yes, there are definitely legit. Like my bro, Bless Red in the chat, he don't like the story at all. He hated the story and how it was told. But you don't see me arguing with Bless Red, you know what I mean, back and forth and be like, no, you're wrong or anything like that. We even got on Twitter. He said, I don't like the story. I said, I like the story. Okay, cool. We kept it moving. So
I DM'd him as well. I talked to him about the game as well. You
can't sit there and say, well, the gamers are chosen, because there's a bunch of gamers who actually like it as well too. So it's not like nothing against Tony Wood. Shout out for supporting the podcast and the super chat. It's nothing against you, but I'm just saying, it's like, you can't sit here and just generalize that everybody who played the game didn't like it, when that's not true.
Kid Smooth, Black on Twitter.
I don't think anybody's problem with the game stems from the gameplay. It's more or less the story.
Yeah, it's more or less the story, and that's what I was going to say too. It's like, people hear that the gameplay is amazing and the graphics is amazing, and then the story is either hit or miss. Either you don't like it or you love it, right? You hate it or you love it. So people might just want to try the game just off the gameplay alone because they hear how amazing the gameplay is.
Yeah.
Hey man, show me your trophy. Show me your trophy.
Lord have
And
mercy. I haven't beaten the game, so I should leave and pout about it.
No, he's not.
I'm gonna watch it on Twitch, man, or maybe Mixer.
Shit, that's funny, man. Imagine that. Imagine getting kicked off a podcast because of not showing the trophy.
Yeah, you better hurry up.
Wait, who got kicked off the podcast for not showing his trophy?
He didn't get kicked off. He tried to quit.
Whoa. Where I missed this. What happened?
Well, if you missed it, you haven't been watching my channel, so.
Your channel?
Yeah.
I didn't even know she. What?
Whoa. What happened on your channel?
Because, S'more, you even subscribed to me?
Yes, I'm subscribed unless you changed your channel.
Yeah, you missed a good stream talking about that whole subject.
Oh, man.
We don't got enough time on your podcast to go over. You just got to catch up on your own.
Damn. All right, I'll check it out. Also, shout out to Asobo Studios. They just announced A Plague's Tales across the 1 million sold. It's a good game if you haven't played it.
I need to play that.
That game is good as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah, like I actually low key struggled on the last boss, bro. I low key struggled on that boss, bro. But
what, the ending boss?
Yeah, the ending boss. Like, yeah.
So this is just a pattern, bro.
Yeah.
Like after you figure that shit out, like it's easy pickings. Like
Smooth struggling. Say it ain't so.
But the game is good. I believe the Plague Tale. It may still be in Game Pass. I think it's.
Yeah, it's still in Game Pass.
Yeah.
What game?
A Plague Tale.
A Plague Tale. Yeah.
I haven't played it.
Yeah, it was like I call it. I described that game as when did it come out? I think it's 2019's Hellblade, pretty much. Like
it came out in 2019.
A Plague Tale came out. I believe so. It came out in 2019.
Oh, okay.
The game. Reason why I said that is because like it's one of those small mid-tier game, but the graphics are out of this world for the type of for it not to be a AAA. It was dope looking game, dope story. It was very good, very good. Like those dudes got like talent over there. Like, but I was really impressed with that game. Also, shout out to Minecraft. Minecraft Dungeons just got a new DLC. I think it's called Jungle. Is it Jungle Awakening or something like that? But I might actually, if I play that, I might be able to get all of the achievements because I've been a fan of the Minecraft Dungeons games. I don't know about you guys, but that game's type dope. Like I said, if 2020 ended tomorrow, The Last of Us 2 would be my game of the year, and Minecraft Dungeons would be runner up. But
yeah, my game of the year is still Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I gotta get that game, man. It's not. I haven't seen it on sale yet.
And you know what? You know what's crazy? Hold on, let me say something real quick. It seems like 2020 freaking. Like overall 2020 sucks, right? Was like everything that's happening in the world and whatever. The only thing that's been really, really good for me this year is one, I got married this year, right? Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my wife. And two, a lot of the games that I've been playing this year, I've been really loving and they've been amazing. But it seems like almost every single release, not every single release, almost every major release this year has had some type of controversy and people bitching and complaining about it, right? First it was Persona 5. People saying, well, why they're selling you a $60 game for technically a remaster was a bunch of nothing added to it or just a semester added to it, whatever, right? Then Final Fantasy 7 came out. Or before Final Fantasy 7. Oh, it's not a complete game. It's episodic. Blah, 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 blah. Then it came out. People were complaining about the story and the ending of it, right? Which I loved, right? Then boom, The Last of Us 2 came out, had its controversy, and then now
don't forget about the Xbox event.
Yeah, but I'm talking about games specifically, right? And then now Cyberpunk, and now that shit has its controversy, and I'm really looking forward to Cyberpunk, right? And then now people are complaining.
What's the controversy with Cyberpunk?
Oh, it doesn't have wall running anymore. It doesn't have wall running.
The hell wants that? Like,
and people,
I'm glad they came.
I mean, like I want that. I mean, like I understand. Like it's just like. I don't understand the people being pissed about it being taken out, but I understand that I want it in the game.
Yeah.
So like,
no, yeah. The only one that didn't have controversy was Doom Eternal, right? Like Bless Red said. And then,
no,
of course,
Doom Eternal had controversy with the composer.
Yeah. You're right.
Oh yeah.
You're
yeah,
right.
but it wasn't. But it wasn't on the same
no, they
level of
also had
outrage.
controversy when they tried to put in DRM.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah,
remember that. Yeah. There was
oh
definitely
yeah. So
controversy
yeah,
with that.
that's what I'm saying. Every it's like yo, people are never happy or satisfied. Everybody's finding something to bitch and complain about, and it's like, bro, play the game. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Some things were wrong. They should not be sneaking in DRM post-launch.
No, that stuff. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Like, for example, if a game has DRM and I buy it, I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I buy it and it didn't have DRM and then you put it in later, I think that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, that's a little.
Because I bought the game in its current state and you kind of altered the state of what I bought.
Yeah, and I don't even know what the hell people are like. Yo, Cyberpunk. That's one of my most anticipated games this year, and I've seen a lot. Not a lot. I'm seeing a few extreme PlayStation fanboys diss this game, and I think it's because
it's that marketing deal, man.
No. It's not.
It's
even
that Game of the Year deal.
Exactly. The biggest threat for The Last of Us 2, as far as being Game of the Year, is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yo, I'm glad you said this, Chris, because I thought I was the only one. That's like Red Dead Redemption 2 was getting a lot of hate from a lot of Sony guys.
And to me, it's like
hating on this game. Like, and I thought about it, like, yep, that's why.
Wow. I'm saying that from the beginning.
Tony Wood said for $5, what's your Cash App, Black Bond? For some reason, I can't send you super chats. The crooks in gaming are EA, Madden and FIFA, 2K, NBA, and Call of Duty.
I don't have a Cash App. Just subscribe to the Weapon Wheel Patreon. That's all you got to do.
Terrible, dog. Yeah. Like, I hate 2K.
Yeah, join. You know, I don't have a Cash App. Join the Weapon Wheel Patreon. Any tier is fine.
Hey, $2 from Best Red. $2 from Best Red. He said, blame current gen consoles for Cyberpunk downgrade. I 100% believe, because we had rumors a while back that they were having troubles with like the Xbox One and the base model, and I think the PS4 as well. And because of that, I think that CD Projekt Red, they regret putting this game on current gen, but they have to because of the money, and this is why the game keeps getting delayed.
Bruh. Yeah, they started. I don't think wall running in a first-person game is even.
I think wall running.
But if the game was third person, then yes. But first person, it's not that big.
They've been working on this game. This game was announced in 2012, right? So this was before the next gen consoles were even out. So what the hell were they targeting?
Exactly.
Well, they showed the concept of the game.
They were making the Witcher and its 2 expansions, Smooth.
They never said they were dropping it on current gen until later on. But here's the thing: Cyberpunk was supposed to come out in the spring. It got delayed to September, and I told people the reason they're going to delay that game is because they're going to make a next gen port for that game, right? But then they delayed it to November. And Moore's Law is Dead actually made up a good point of the game, because remember, there was supposed to be a Cyberpunk 2080 Ti edition to come out, right? They were supposed to bundle it with the 2080 Ti.
Which is kind of stupid now at the 3080.
So
that's why they canceled that card, because they have Ampere cards coming out. So they're gonna bundle the game with next gen Nvidia graphics cards, and then bundle it with next gen consoles if they can bundle it with next gen consoles.
That might Smooth. You might have to get me a different game then, because I'm upgrading my video card.
Yeah, just buy him the 3080 Ti with Cyberpunk.
Like, I feel like they were already.
You hear yourself? It's Smooth. If you bought me a 3080 Ti, you would be my first friend on the internet.
Like, they were already. The thing is that they were already working on the game with these in mind. I just feel like their idea and the scope that they had envisioned, like, it was just too grand for it. So it was just
I really believe they delayed it because they said they needed to work on bugs in the game, and they also wanted to make the upgraded version run really instead of dropping the game in March and being like, oh, we'll have to work in between then at that time period, like between next gen dropping.
Is that they already dropped The Witcher, so they already knew what they were working with. You get what I'm saying? So they already knew like what they were working with. So it's like, but with this game, like it's a lot more. It's not like a 1-to-1 scale of The Witcher 3, but it's just like it's more dense. So like you're packing in a lot more people, like you're being able to explore the buildings like vertically. So it's like that's why like I feel.
And it has ray tracing. They were working on ray tracing for that game as well. So like, do not buy the game on current gen consoles. That's all I gotta say. Even if you do get that free upgrade, don't play on current gen.
Do it, bro.
I mean, if you don't get the next gen consoles automatically, then yes, play the game, right? But if you're gonna buy next gen, if you have next gen in mind and you know you're gonna pre-order the system, do not like play it on current gen. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna ruin my experience of the game.
Yeah,
and like I don't feel like.
I say as soon as pre-orders come up, like y'all better jump on it because I have a feeling that freaking. I have a feeling that as soon as the PS5 pre-orders go up, that shit.
It's a wrap. Yeah, it's gonna be like the Switch back in 2017. Like you couldn't find it for months.
Oh yeah. And
then the only thing that's gonna be available is the digital, and I'm gonna have to get that.
Oh yeah, you already know.
All right, so another thing we got to talk about. Let's talk about this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to talk about. Where is it? Our there we go. I don't know if you guys recently saw these the Halo Infinite action figures. And it may or may not have confirmed something, bro. So
about Lock being dead.
Yeah, if you are to zoom in, and this is potentially spoiler alert, but it is what it is. We got Chief. We have a brute. We have like a grunt, and I don't know who's that in the back with the assault rifle.
This is a regular foot soldier.
Yeah, and then but this is something strange about this this brute here. When you maximize the image, he's wearing a damn Spartan helmet. I don't know who's
like a
helmet.
visor.
A visor, yeah.
It looked like a visor.
But then you look closely at his shoulder, right?
I'm about this.
You look at his shoulder.
He about to CSI this shit.
And I'm gonna just make it a little bit bigger. That looks like a helmet, and it
could be Buck helmet, bro. Like,
but it looks like Locke's helmet.
You talking about the big dude with the
with the hammer,
or a hammer?
Yeah, that's a Spartan helmet on his shoulder.
That's definitely a helmet. That definitely looks like a helmet.
Yo, if they off that man, and that's how you get kind of like elite, they like disrespected the fuck out of that man, bro.
So if all right, so the rumor is
he went out like Joel.
Nah, I hope he go out better than Joel. I hope see Joel.
Hey, they did get some people from The Last of Us over there, man. So they got some people.
Yeah, you never know, baby. You never know.
Instead of the golf club, it's the hammer.
Gravity hammer inside.
I know people outcried after Halo 5 to Xbox and Halo. Yeah, I want to play as Locke. I want to play as Chief. And they Locke. I felt like Locke was a cool dude, but if they're going to kill him, I mean, you'd be low key fucked up because I mean, we're in the middle of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Damn, the geeky nerd said he wants Atriox to kill all of Team Osiris.
They killed Johnson.
They killed Johnson.
True.
But I feel like I was talking to Attic about this when we were talking about toys. He said he feels we may end up playing as Locke in the prologue of the game, and then he dies before the main game starts.
I would rather play as Arbiter again. Forget Locke. Locke is trash.
I don't know, man.
Why does everybody hate this man, bro? Like I get his
I like Locke.
What
what
if half the game? Hold on. What if half the game you play as Chief, and then the second half you play as Atriox?
I see what you did there.
That'd be fine, though, right? Smooth.
I'll fuck with it.
No, I don't know if the game would operate good as a brute though.
No bullshit.
I heard Neil Druckmann was a consultant over there.
Oh man,
he was giving them some tips.
Imagine if you did play as a brute. That'd be pretty wild.
They should allow.
What
game did allow you to do it in multiplayer?
But I'm saying that'd be dope.
In multiplayer, you could play as elites. I think.
Yeah, you can play
yeah.
as elites in Halo multiplayer.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's, I mean, the Halo hype, you know, has been coming around. They just put a job posting on 343. They're looking for a community manager for social media. I'm thinking about applying.
Put it out there, man, before Neil GameSpot gets it.
Oh, Smooth is gonna get wrecked on Twitter, man. Dealing with all those people complaining about the game.
Yeah, they're gonna pull up your tweet history and fire you in 2 days.
Smooth. If this game story leaks, you're gonna get spoiled, bro.
Oh, everybody's spoiling this game for Smooth.
Oh man.
See, but they can go ahead and try, because I'm still vindicated. I never spoiled The Last of Us. I never did it. I never did it. People were in their feelings, and they just assumed. But I never did it. I didn't even spoil the game for myself because I didn't watch any of the leaks. My play.
You watched the leaks.
No. My play.
You saw the leaks.
I watched I watched the sex scenes. That's what I watched. I wanted to see how.
Yeah. I watched the booty box scene. Bro.
Yeah, the booty box scenes, the scissoring.
What the fuck?
So that's what I watched. I didn't watch really the actual stuff that I knew would spoil me. The only thing my plight was that article that I read. That where they were saying, "Oh, this is what the plot is about." That's what turned me off, because I didn't know if it was true or not. So in terms of like the ending and major points, I mean, people sent me stuff, but I didn't bother watching them. I sent stuff out that was sent for people that wanted to see, because people sent me clips. I just didn't watch them. The only one I ended up watching was with Ellie and and Dina, like in their underwear. So,
oh, true.
Tony Wood 25 says, I'm getting whatever next gen platform allows me to play my physical copy of SSX Tricky, GOAT now snowboarding game. I will never support digital.
Yo, SS Tricky is the.
But what if it's backwards compatible, just like digitally? It is though.
Oh, he has the disc. He has the disc of the game.
He has the physical version.
Oh, yeah, true.
Like you say, you'll never support full digital.
Yeah, like
but that day is coming, man. Like these consoles is more and more. I mean, we're already getting different SKUs that's all digital.
Yeah,
the consoles are becoming more and more like PC. I mean, they pretty much are PC. Because like, look at PC. Nobody buys the physical copy anymore on PC at all.
They're not even available.
Yeah, they're not available. You can't go into GameStop and be like, "Yo, I want a PC disc." Like,
yeah, I want that compact disc.
Even if you do get them, all it is a code in a box.
Yeah, it is.
The last PC games I bought physically were like some of the Blizzard games, the StarCraft games, just because installing off the disc is a lot easier. But then after that, it's irrelevant.
Shit, it's just like I've always said, when I was super adamant about being just like physical only, it was just like even if digital does take over like the market, like you're gonna have like those niche type of boutique type places that will like still cater to that market of people who want to buy that shit. Like you're still gonna have those places. It just may be harder to find them shit, because it's just like digital is such a convenience. So it's just like it's just easier, and just like people just love convenience, bro. Son, what the fuck am I looking at?
It's crazy. When Steam was killing with digital, I used to have console fanboys in the early days of YouTube tell me, "Oh, gaming will never go digital." Yeah, okay.
No, man.
Yeah,
I was digital during 360, man. Like,
I used to say that shit.
Games. I was digital during then, PS3 area as well. Like, it was just so easy for me to just download the game straight to my Xbox 360 or PS3 instead of like going to GameStop or something.
Like I had so many fucking discs for the PS. Well, I had more discs for the 360, PS4, and Xbox One. So, but it was like after a while, shit, I just sold them junks to the homies and like to GameStop, got cash, and just went digital. So
wherever the PC goes, that's where the consoles will follow. Like this whole game streaming thing. If Steam was the one that pioneered it first, it would definitely be more prevalent everywhere else.
Yeah. I think
like it's already prevalent right now. I mean, you got PS Now with streaming, you got xCloud with streaming.
It's just like shit. A lot more like you have more casual or more simple folks who don't have like they don't censor on PC as like a gaming place for them. So like shit, if you have streaming shit, or you have like a console that does streaming or whatever, or that's digital, like you appeal more to those people because they was gonna buy the box, they was gonna plug it in and play.
Yeah, think about what streaming would be way more effective on PC because not a lot of people have these ultra crazy graphics cards.
Yeah,
but every PC has a high powered hard drive and a better and Steam has a better connection than Xbox Live and PSN.
I mean, I've been I've been digital since towards the later half of the 360 cycle. I was getting games digital. Then when the Xbox One came out, just to have something in my hand, I think I bought like 3 physical games, which was Call of Duty Ghosts, NBA 2K14, and I think maybe Battlefield, just to turn around and sell them like the next 3 days later to get credit and buy them digital. And then I've been 100%. I've been owned a physical game on my Xbox since that day. And PlayStation, I still now and then grab physical disc for it because I don't know if I'm gonna want the game to keep it permanently. But that's why the PS5, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna buy a digital one or the physical one. But what did Jack Move say?
He said Xbox got smart delivery for dumb niggas.
Oh God.
Like I mainly go digital nowadays. Like most of my stuff is digital, but I still buy physical, man. Like I got the physical steelbook for Persona 5 Royal. I got the Final Fantasy digital. I mean, not digital. The deluxe edition, and I just ordered a special edition of Ghost of Tsushima, which is like the steelbook or whatever. So there's some games that I will get.
I think I might do
physical
digital
for,
deluxe,
but
not digital deluxe. Collector's edition for Ghost when that shit becomes available. It's like I have a gift card there. And this shit says coming soon. And I'm like, yo, I just want to buy this shit right now so I can get it out the way.
Yeah, so
I had to buy the special edition. I had to buy the special edition at Walmart, the physical special edition, because it's sold out everywhere else. It's sold out.
Chris, I'm about to actually do it right now, man. It's actually here.
But my bad, Smooth. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. So pretty much, just to finish off with Halo. So chances are Locke might be dead, according to this brute. Not sure how I feel about that. Locke was like, I know people hated him. I enjoyed using him.
Locke was a one and done.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, so another thing that kind of got people talking is Twitter. There's some Xbox IPs that had got placeholder names on Twitter. One of those games was Fable. The other was Perfect Dark. The strange thing about Perfect Dark Twitter handle, Ken Lobb followed that page, and Ken Lobb used to work at Rare, and Rare were the original makers of Perfect Dark.
Creator of Killer Instinct, baby.
Yeah,
Ken Lobb was in GoldenEye. That's what the Clob gun is called for.
Yeah, wow.
You didn't know that?
Wow.
So
no,
that's
I didn't.
history right there, baby.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I like that. I learned something really new right
Ken
now.
Lobb's that dude, man. Ken Lobb's that dude.
So the thing is that
bro.
these Twitter pages started gaining traction because when you try to do like the whole forgot password thing, the emails attached to them are like Microsoft-based emails. I think Fable's Twitter handle was done in March. Perfect Dark was done in June. VentureBeat wrote about it. I think what's this Tom Warren, a dude that got me blocked, he tweeted about it. Aaron Greenberg, I wish he didn't do this, but he went out and said that these are dormant IPs and it's common practice for them to do it, but those were there for years. But
I can get you the specific quote. It says these accounts have been inactive for years. It's standard practice to secure social handles for IPs.
Yeah.
But the date is this year, though.
Yeah, they're both this year. Yeah.
But then somebody came out and said that check the DMs, man.
Yeah, the douche that made the Perfect Dark account.
Yeah, he said he made that account himself.
Like, what asshole would do that? I don't like. Why would you make an account after a game and then name it that way? Like why would you? And then potentially taking that opportunity away for if they wanted to create. It's like, why would you do that? Delete the damn account.
They'll figure out a way to get the Twitter handle for it, assuming that the game is going to be made. It's not going to be.
Yeah, so like I don't know how I feel about that because everything seems inconsistent. Aaron Greenberg talking about years that they're old, but we got dates on them. We got the emails from them, and then to do with the Perfect Dark, that thing seemed like it was also linked to a Perfect Dark account. And why would Ken Lobb follow it? I mean, he knows what games are being made. Like, come on, man. Like, what do you guys? Do you think any of these things have a possibility of being
yes,
real?
I think the Fable has I hope Fable has a big possibility because you guys know me. Like, out of everybody on this panel, I'm probably the biggest Fable fan. So I've been definitely waiting on another Fable. Hopefully it's good, right? Hopefully whatever team Microsoft has working on that game. I mean, there's rumored to be what's that? Playground, right? Hopefully they show love and care and respect to the old games while they're making this new game. And Perfect Dark might be a possibility too. I mean, I can see both of these games definitely have like a really high chance of showing up. I don't see it just being like, oh no, these games are never gonna come out. I see Fable being more of a possibility than Perfect Dark, but as far as like these accounts or anything like that, yeah, they're pretty much saying that that to not go off of what these accounts, you know what I mean, or these accounts though. But I could still see them showing up at the July.
Yeah, they're trying to temper expectations for people.
Nah, man. I think it's gonna be Blinks. Blinks gonna be initiative.
Yo, Nick, you bring up Blinks one more time, I'm firing you. I'm kicking you right off the podcast, bro. Like, fucking.
I'm trying to tell you, don't listen to me, bro.
Yo, if that shit happened, like, yeah. No, but I feel like he was just trying to just like throw some shit over there just to distract people so they don't focus on that shit. So when they do drop something, like it's a big surprise. But I feel like what he did, it did more damage to it. Mm-hmm. This is like because now motherfuckers just like super on it. Like they just see, it's just like shit. A lot of folks like they do that on Twitter, shit, or like Instagram. Like they'll create accounts for games that don't even exist, and they'll kind of like or that haven't been outed yet, and they'll put kind of like fan made art or whatever, or like somebody else's unused art up there and claim that it's for that game. So it's just like I don't know, like, but don't you remember when they had when the guy said for the initiative, I think he said that it was going to be something old, something new.
Oh, yeah. Phil Spencer,
it was going to have like guns or like gadgets and a camera or some shit like that. Now, yeah, exactly. So what IP could that be out of like Perfect Dark? It just screams Perfect Dark. So
Perfect Dark or another GoldenEye, but I don't see Microsoft obtaining that IP.
Yeah, I don't think they got that, bro. So it's just like that's the only other.
No, sorry, GoldenEye IP doesn't have that much value to do.
No, I know that, but those would be. But he asked what other games.
Yeah.
And Perfect Dark and GoldenEye will be the two games that fit that description perfectly.
Yeah, unless they finagle the Metal Gear IP from Konami.
Hell no.
Or the Splinter Cell IP from Ubisoft. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, obviously Perfect Dark would like fit that mode. But the thing is, from what I'm hearing, people are saying Fable is like legit. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like Fable is legit. Is going to be there. And from what I'm being told, the trailer that we're going to see is going to, have us. What's the term? Damn, I can't think of the term, but we're gonna be very, amused by what they show. Perfect Dark, I would like to see it, but here's the thing about Perfect Dark, right? I want Perfect Dark if I can get it the way I want it, right? I don't want a first-person shooter Perfect Dark.
Yeah, you want a third person.
Yeah, I
Tomb Raider style.
Yeah, I need a Tomb Raider.
So you're gonna petition to get the game changed, like if it don't come out like that?
No, I'm not gonna petition. I'll buy it, but I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be my most anticipated game at that point.
I'm definitely with Smooth because Xbox, they don't need another person shooter, right? Sci-fi they already got that, right? They got the biggest one, which is Halo, as far as like in that lane.
Yeah.
I'm with Smooth. I definitely want a third person, like either like Splinter Cell style, right? But I would like I wouldn't mind if it's linear, but I would like it to be like open area sandbox type, like Deus Ex.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay. So not too big, but it's
No,
like it's
I
very
need,
detailed.
I
like
need hub. I need a hub here. I don't care about a. I don't want like an open world game. I like them hub areas. Like make me feel like I have a little bit of freedom, but keep it somewhat linear. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind.
Bland, you said
like
Perfect Dark hasn't been relevant in 2 decades. It's not relevant. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything.
Can I say something to address that?
Hold on. That doesn't mean anything because if they show a new Perfect Dark game, right? Even though a lot of people don't know it, if what they show looks great, if what they show looks amazing and catches people's eye, it being irrelevant for 2 decades isn't going to mean anything if it catches a whole new generation of gamers that are interested in it.
Yeah, without the nostalgia factor, shit is just kind of like God of War. Like, everybody wanted God of War, but they didn't know what to expect. So like when it came out and it was new and fresh and like the shit, it was different from the other ones. It was just like everybody loved it. So it just has to be a good game. Shit, if it's a good game. And it's vastly, I wouldn't say vastly different, but it's just different and fresh from the previous ones. I think it'll hit.
It could be a new, fresh. It doesn't have to be like the old Perfect Dark. We've seen reboots and we've seen it work, right? So
that's like saying God of
War
don't
actually want
isn't God of War just because it's just a tad bit different.
Some people feel that way. I don't.
Yeah, I'm hip. Like, it's just like it's foolish.
So
like,
can I say something really quick?
Sure, dope.
All generation we've heard Xbox has no games, Xbox has no games, Xbox has no games. When we finally start hearing rumors about Xbox either rebooting the IP that we haven't seen in a while, now there's skepticism that they've been asking for because Xbox has no games, right? There's skepticism now. Why?
That's a good point. Let me get back. I'm gonna get back to that. Let me just read the super chat from Tony Wood 25 for $2. He said, "Where is Alan Wake 2? That's with Remedy, and they got their IP back from Xbox. So they own that IP. So if it does come out, it will be available everywhere. So
that's probably like way off. Yeah.
Hold up, I got something.
Go ahead.
I got something that I'm upset about.
Oh man,
where the hell is the Killer Instinct?
Facts.
Hold on. Season 3 story still hasn't released yet. Like, they abandoned that game, bro.
Like, do you got noise canceling on?
Nah, your mic is. It sounds like you're in water, Nick Banks.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Killer Instinct. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What happened to Killer Instinct is a crime.
I hope Microsoft brings that shit back.
They need to bring it back. If they really listen to people, Killer Instinct would have been.
They already abandoned the game, like already. So how are they gonna bring it back? Like, they don't have a studio. Like me and Chris was talking about this. They don't have a studio to take care of a fighting game. That's
who would handle Killer. They would have to outsource it again.
Yeah.
But Amazon, they already bought Iron Galaxy. And Double Helix is doing their own shit. I don't even know what they're doing right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
they can always make that overpay for NetherRealm, the people that make Mortal Kombat.
I want my money back, bro. Like, for real.
Shit, I didn't even get into Killer Instinct. I didn't even give it a try till later on. So I didn't even get the shit. So, but it's a good fighting game, though. Shit, it's a great.
No, I mean the game is still current. It's been enhanced for the Xbox One X, and I doubt you got all the achievements on it. So you can always play it and not stop. Like
like that dude. I watch a lot of Maximilian. He's like he's the biggest fighting game YouTube channel. Killer Instinct, that's like his favorite. And he always talking about Killer Instinct. He even went on a campaign. It was tweeted to Phil Spencer.
I remember that.
To bring Killer Instinct back, because Killer Instinct, out of like any other fighting game this generation, when it comes to the online netcode, like Killer Instinct like ran flawlessly. It had like the best online netcode delay base for like any fight, even better than like Street Fighter 5, better than like Capcom's and stuff like that. So
since we're on like talking about Xbox games right now, did you guys see that Jeff Grubb and Tom Warren said that the Xbox event's gonna happen in the week of July 20th?
Yeah, July 23rd to be exact. Actually, that's the So the newest updated date and Windows Central has also confirming this is July 23rd. July 23rd would actually fall on Thursday. July is a long month. It's 31 days. I mean, I was hoping for like a first week of July, mid-July, but July 23rd is the latest you could fucking possibly go. But when you consider they have an event like that they have to do on the 21st and 22nd, that's like non-gaming related. We know Ubisoft is doing their Assassin's Creed reveal on I think the weekend of the 12th. The 12th, 13th, I believe, and we know Valhalla is going to be on the Xbox. So they're going to reveal it first, and then we're going to get like another version of gameplay at the Xbox show in July. So that had to take place afterwards. And then, of course, Xbox Summer Gameplay. That remember those demos we were talking about? That's advertised to be a week. Summer Games Fest, July 21st to July 27th. So it has to fall within that week. So I'm completely sold that is on July 23rd. I don't know if I got.
It could be right before it.
You said what?
You don't think so?
I think it's gonna
it could be like literally like right before it, and then they do the event, and then they'll be like, hey, next week or in 2 days or whatever, we're gonna kick off all of our demos.
No, you want to know why they're not gonna do that? It's because the week before Ghost of Tsushima drops, and that's gonna dominate the news cycles for that entire week. So like you have to do it the week after because it comes out. The 17th. The 17th, which is on
the reviews
Friday.
are the 14th, that Tuesday. So the 14th through the 17th is Ghost of Tsushima week. People will be done by the 21st, and then we get.
Hopefully, no, I don't think I'm gonna be done with that by that game. By that,
bro, that's a big open world. Like they're already giving review copies out 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that the people are finished by that time.
I don't think a lot of people gonna beat this game.
I don't know if a lot of people want to play it.
I mean, you're right. You're right. Actually, no. Actually, you said not a lot of people can play it. That's cap. That's the major cap.
I want it, but I don't want it to be a fucking chore, dude.
Beating the game, I agree with.
I don't want 2 back-to-back games as chores. That's the only thing. It's like I was looking forward to it. I wish there was a big enough gap between the two, but it's like I'm looking forward to the game. I just got off The Last of Us, which, like, literally
but
now
they're 2 different games.
Yeah, they're 2 different games, but they're both chores though.
But the game is 2 weeks out, and you beat Last of Us like a week ago.
Right now, I'm taking a break. I'm hibernating. I'm playing NBA Live right now.
Ghost of Tsushima. Isn't this game right up your alley? Right? Isn't you
know,
like,
he's saying he doesn't want it to be
Creed.
a chore though.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed. Like I play. Like I haven't.
But that's an open world melee style of game, like what Ghost of Tsushima is gonna be.
Yeah, I know, but I'm anticipating that. I only plan to play that one game. I don't want to play 5 of those games. That's why Cyberpunk probably won't be played until sometime in 2021. Like,
damn.
Hey, if they're gonna keep putting out these damn 80-hour games, like, bro, like,
but there's not a lot of games that are like coming out right after Ghost of Tsushima. It's pretty much gonna be a dry spell.
Yeah, that game.
True. So you'll have time to beat it, though.
Yeah. You could play it next month if you want to. Like, if you want to play it next month or something. Like,
no, I gotta play it right when it come out. I hope the game doesn't do what Days Gone did to me, where it's like I was anticipating it, got it, and then I got like very bored, and then I didn't want to touch it again. I want to play it. I want to enjoy it. I'm watching the combat. It just doesn't seem as free. As I
mean, it's not a hack and slash like Devil May Cry. So,
did you see the new combat last week?
Yeah, I saw it. It didn't look that different.
When he went into water stance, right, and he was literally free flowing and like parrying and dodging and rolling. That didn't look free to you?
Nah, it didn't look free. I gotta watch it again, bro. Because every time I see that shit look stiff and like slow and patient, I don't want to have patience in the game.
You didn't watch that game.
It's just like
you didn't watch that game for.
I mean, it's timing. It's very realistic samurai combat. Like, you're not gonna go inside the game and feudal Japan.
That's why the game shouldn't be long. If I have to have patience and then the game's gonna be long at the same time, nah.
No, but you're gonna be upgraded. So you're gonna have. This isn't gonna be where you're like half of God, like you're a half demigod, right? Hunting down a coal. right? And then you got all
Why
these
you
little
compared it
magical
directly
powers.
to Assassin's Creed? Why not compare it to a game like Sekiro? I feel like Sekiro was good pacing.
But
Because
Neo,
Sekiro is not an open world game.
Hey,
Neo is right.
fuck Neo. I don't want to touch that.
No,
shit.
Neo's not open world. Hell no. Neo's not open world.
I don't know. I just think that the
You
Xbox
was the
event,
only one I knew beat that game.
the week after Ghost of Tsushima
Yeah,
drop is
probably.
a perfect time to drop that event. Any time between the 20th to the 25th. Apparently, it's going to be on the 23rd.
Yeah.
You have to wait and see what's the specific date for that event to drop. I think they're going to show some good games. Honestly, like we already know some of the games are going to be shown. Halo. Hopefully, they show us some more Hellblade 2 actual gameplay. Like hopefully, we see some gameplay from that event. And a couple of new IPs, whether it's a Fable or Perfect Dark, but I think they have some pretty interesting stuff that they're working on. One of my fears is just that they don't have good presentation. Hopefully the presentation's way better. They said that they've been taking a lot of feedback on the presentation from the May event, so hopefully they do way better with the presentation of this July event for sure.
Shout out to Optimus Code with the $10 super chat. He says support to the homie. Appreciate you.
Shout out.
Good thing I didn't take that Perfect Dark bet.
Yeah, you would have. Oh, you still could win because we don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be there.
It's just rumors, but it's nothing for sure.
But the thing about this July event, I mean, hold up, Masturbator, please change your name, bro.
Oh man,
he says, hold up,
Come on, man.
Ghost may be a chore, but Assassin's Creed isn't. I never said Assassin's Creed isn't a chore. There's always no. So that's not facts. I never said Assassin's Creed wasn't a chore. But the last two Assassin's Creed games were definitely chores, but they were good. But they were chores, and I complained about it. Like the first time, I was like, "Yeah, I like Assassin's Creed, but this shit is getting kind of like a job now." And and that's why, like a lot of the content, a lot of the stuff, like outside of the base story of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I kind of did the rest of all that extra stuff, like kind of out of the launch window. It was just more so going back. Hey, I'm bored. Let me play something, and I was just doing side missions or exploring places I didn't go during my original run through the game. It is a damn chore to play those games, and I mean, I never said it wasn't a chore, but a game like Ghost of Tsushima, I don't want to be a chore. Just like I didn't want Days Gone to be a chore, but it sounded like it was a chore. It was, and that's the reason why I didn't buy Death Stranding, because people told me it was a chore, and I'm like, all right, never mind. I don't want all these chore games. Sometimes I just want a moment, like I want a comfortable 10 to 15 hour experience.
Easy.
Not easy. I just want something that's not going to take me forever to play through.
These dudes have such poor listening comprehension, man. Like, this dude said that Fable and Perfect Dark ain't new IPs. I said Fable, Perfect Dark, and I hope they show new IPs as well. Yeah. I never said that Fable and Perfect Dark are new IPs. Like, listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth.
Hey, Smooth, you want a short game? Play Legend of Heroes Cold Steel. You want a short game?
What is that?
90 hours of short.
90.
You crazy. But
what's up with this new campaign though? Like everybody's saying they don't like long hour games now.
No, because Sean,
like, some games require a lot of hours.
We're getting
older. I don't want every game to be short. Like that's crazy.
To me, it depends on the game.
It depends on the game.
That's
like every game, like every game shouldn't be fucking shit 100+ hours, bro. Shit is like some of that shit is unnecessary. It's just like, but also Sean said that we just like the within like funding and shit like that. Shit, it doesn't really pay off to be putting that much time into it, and then like you get like the short end of the stick after putting all that cash and shit into it.
Yeah, some games just drag at the very end.
Yeah, exactly. Some games do drag. Yeah, there's some games that are like, a lot of times they'll be like overly long for no reason and just like extremely padded out. But then there's other games that's like, for example, like if Ghost of Tsushima was only like a 10 to 15 hour game, that shit will piss me off because this is supposed to be an open world explorative game and stuff like that, right? And you can upgrade or whatever. But something like Tomb Raider or Uncharted, I don't want to play those games more than 15 hours. I think the length for those games.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just seen a bunch of like general statements, like people just saying on Twitter. I seen your boy Jason say it. I'm like, what is this? Like,
also,
the new campaign?
Like I guess it's just like folks are kind of like they're kind of the putting their like it's just like gaming shit around your life. So you have like other shit outside of gaming. So they're just like, hey yo, so I gotta watch the kids. I gotta fuck my wife, and I gotta do all of this shit. I don't got time to put all this time into my game. So it's just like, hey, like I mean, you just gotta make time. Shit, if you're really invested, then you'll make time. Like you'll sit down there and you'll make the time. Like shit, I put like fucking 500-600 hours in Skyrim while in school. I didn't have time to do that, but I made time to do that shit. So
I put over 100 hours in Red Dead 2, and you want to talk about a chore?
Yeah,
that game you literally do chores. Yeah, you literally gotta. You literally
I
gotta
dropped that shit like a bad conversation.
Do the motherfucking chore. Come on.
Yeah, I dropped Red Dead like a bad conversation.
Listen, I like doing it. But it is chores. You know what I mean? It is a chore. Okay, yeah, you don't literally have to clean up your camp. But if you want to get to somewhere a lot of times, right, because it didn't have that instant fast travel unless you go to a post, you had to ride your horse from one side from A to B. And for a lot of people, they say that was a chore to them. Yeah, I enjoyed it because I love scenery.
So I love it. So I'm with you on that one. Shit,
you can't do it. Horses aren't fast. Shit. I remember in Mafia 3, there was no fast travel. You had to drive all across the bayou between missions. Like I'm like, yo, these dudes are crazy. They're fucking crazy.
But, I have a question for you guys though. Like because of Sean Layden's comments, I thought he actually made some really, really good points about budgeting inside gaming and like how much money is too much money into investing into games, right? What do you guys think about those comments about gaming budgets and making sure that we can provide experiences? I don't think his complaint is more about lengthy games, but delivering an experience to a gamer that they can experience in a moderately decent time, and then they can consume other products as well.
Let me tell you this. Go ahead, Bon.
Go ahead, Bon.
Don't spend $50 million on your advertising budget.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. That's the first thing they need to trim down. You got all these influencers and YouTubers and everything.
No
you
bullshit.
Do not need $50 million to advertise. Like Destiny spent like $100 million to advertise Destiny.
Yeah, that was
I remember Tomb Raider. I think it was the first Tomb Raider that came out, right? Like the reboot. And so like 7 million, right? Which is good for that game. But Square Enix said that they weren't happy with it, that it was a flop in terms of that because they spent advertisement on Tomb Raider at the Super Bowl, and it's like, bro, you don't need to spend that much money on that.
Like the advertisement money is like upwards of 50% of the entire budget. That's insanity.
Yeah.
To your point, because I've said this for many years while having conversations with people, is like social media influencers and people on YouTube and Twitch or wherever they live stream are free forms of advertisements by you providing those people with the game and allowing them to experience it so that they can present it to their audience. Like word of mouth is one of the biggest things. Now, if I say, hey, this game is trash, don't play it, you're most likely going to say, I might not play it, depending on my criticism of the game. But if you really have faith in your game, and you put your game in the hands of these YouTubers and all these other content creators, you can sell your game that way. We've seen multiple games do that already.
But you have to be also like with them doing that and just like taking the funding off the table. Let's just say like they do send it out there for that free publicity and just getting it out there in these people's hands. Like you also have to be susceptible to like people's opinions. Like you're putting your game out there, like you trust your product, like that's good, that's great. But at the same time, there may be a couple motherfuckers who don't like your product. But
and it's happened before. Like look at Warzone. Activision literally paid a couple of Twitch streamers to play the game exclusively for like a certain amount of hours a day. A lot of them didn't like it, but they still played it. And now look at the game. The game's like #1 on Twitch right now.
Yeah, no,
because
bullshit.
of that social influence that a lot of these content creators have, and just the overall accessibility of the game as well.
And not only that, what about freaking demos? That's another way to like. So if you're confident in your game, right? And I give a shout out to Square Enix and to Capcom because they still do demos, right? Resident Evil demo, Final Fantasy 7 demos, right? Like that. That's another way to like. You don't have to like spend a whole bunch of money on advertisement, and it could get people interested in buying your game if they play the demo and they really like what they play.
Here's the
but I also think that my bad. Like just one more thing. Like I also feel that folks are just so afraid of like the criticism. Like you put a demo out there, and it doesn't perform good, or let's say somebody has like something really negative to say, like, I mean, just let that rock. Like, it's an early version of the game, most likely. So just let that rock and just to get the corrections in there.
I mean, I can understand some
developers,
right?
game.
I can understand people like Bethesda with Fallout. Like, if they would have released a demo for Fallout 76 or beta, nobody would have bought that shit out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, fuck no. Yo, I was about to pre-order the special edition for that Joan. No lie. Then I canceled that shit.
What were you gonna say, Bon?
Has anybody ever seen a commercial for City Skylines?
No.
250,000 copies sold the first day, 500 after the first week, 1 million after the first month, 3.5 million after the first year. That's just the PC version.
God damn.
Man, when did this happen?
Hey, there you go.
That was the first City Skylines.
Like what year?
Yeah, but you know what I think it is? I think they spend a lot of money on these huge, big budget AAA games that they want to sell. Like the games that like they need to break at least 10 million and up to at least have some type of profit or whatever.
Yeah, they want that GTA.
See, they do, but here's the thing. The thing is that now with a lot of games, like for example, remember all the popular games now, the games that blew up kind of out of the blue. Like for example, Fortnite was a beta. It had no market. They wasn't spending no money on marketing. They're only spending money marketing now because they made too much money from it. After not marketing at all. So now, and I know a lot of people, hate on.
PUBG wasn't marketed.
Yep, wasn't marketed at all. Wasn't marketed at all.
It was just like word of mouth of it. It was just like the experience and that it was.
And people were streaming. People were streaming the game. And
but that's
other
free
people
marketing in itself.
Because of the streamers.
And honestly, and to bring this back to Xbox, people, even me, I'm guilty of criticizing Xbox marketing attempt over the past couple years. But from what I noticed is, they're investing in games and studios and whatnot. But I don't think they're applying any of that money on marketing and like advertising because they're hoping, some of these games just catch fire, with Game Pass and then, games being on Steam and whatnot, word of mouth. Like Sea of Thieves didn't have a crazy marketing and Halo, they don't have to, they'll advertise it, but it doesn't need the advertisement because they have brand recognition. So
they can't pull a Halo 5 though, because they did market the hell out of
they marketed the hell out, but that was like one of the last games they marketed. That was one of the last games
they tried too much with that game, and I was
Minecraft also wasn't highly marketed.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's true.
Back to Sean Layden's point, he does say it. Like these $80 million to $150 million dollar budget games is not sustainable within the business because you're gonna have a couple of those titles where you drop that money, but they don't even break even on that.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a big issue.
And I know why Sean's saying that because he's
to compare it to Marvel, like Marvel, right? Marvel Studios, they don't even spend that much money in their movies when you look at how much they make, with the exception like the Avengers game where you have like a really big cast. Like if you look at some of the standalone Avengers movie, they're usually like around like 80 to 100 million, and then they make like 300 to 400 million box office.
The Joker might be the most successful movie of all time.
Yeah, and it's not a big budget at all.
Fuck no.
What was its budget? Was it 25?
They filmed that movie right in like Jersey City.
I think it was like 10 million, wasn't it?
Between 50 and 70 million made over $1 billion.
Yep.
That shit, yo. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Gaming needs to go there, but they need to figure out a way to
they definitely need because I don't think they need to like get on like the games itself. I think they need to just manage the money properly when it comes to like marketing and what the budget is going to go to.
Yeah, it's just like stop shelling out like let's say like 50 something for these fucking people to play your game. Like just put it out there for people to pay. Just like give it to influencers and just let them play it. And just like whatever comes out of it, shit, it could be bad, it could be good. But whatever comes out of it, you're still gaining attention. Like, so should the people like me say, oh man, Minecraft is ass. Some person out there is going to see that and most likely give it a try. And if they fuck with it, they going to buy it. Like,
and
I mean.
It blew up. And there's a lot of these games that make the most money did not have big marketing budgets.
Exactly.
The studios were independent at first, then they got investment after the game blew up. So
I don't even think like Rockstar Grand Theft Auto, they plaster this shit everywhere. That game just sells on its own. You see,
Yeah, like,
right? But I don't be seeing it on Buzz. I don't be, you know.
Well, not
But
now.
isn't-
But
but
back in
like
2013, it was marketed pretty heavily though. When that
Yeah,
game
but
was being
also-
rolled out.
but also by the time
Yo,
shit,
somebody sound
Who
like
was that?
Blue. Like, come on, like I think.
That's Nick.
Nah,
Nah.
Nick is muted. I think that's Chris's mic.
Oh, not. But I'm saying like with GTA, like that's embedded in the culture now.
Yeah.
Like so that crosses boundaries. Like everybody knows what the fuck a GTA means, what it is in gaming. So shit is just like that's an outlier in a way. So because it's just like it's so fucking big, like it just sells itself. Like I've seen people go into a GameStop and ask for GTA who just they don't know shit about what console it on or whatever. They just like it's GTA in. And then like whatever console they should get it on is just whatever. But it's just like that shit's crazy. Like that shit that was shown on like MTV and shit, stuff like that. So it's just like it crosses boundaries for sure.
Yeah. But before
The
I just
hell?
wanted to get back to where we were. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So
Yeah.
the Xbox July event is slated for July 23rd. We know Halo is going to be there. Obviously, we're hearing about Playground. Is there anybody you guys looking forward to? Any studio like game that you're looking forward to seeing? And a reminder, it is first and third party. It's just going to be major third party
Yeah, of
players
course.
this time around.
CD
Like I said.
Projekt.
I got one.
But you
Lost
said CD
Odyssey.
Project Red.
Yeah.
I mean, we're really getting a lot of info.
we
from
already
Cyberpunk.
got a lot. Like,
Yeah, they
unless
hosting their own. They're hosting their
Yeah,
own stuff,
Night City,
the Night
yeah.
City shit. So they're gonna be drip feeding more information with that. But I mean, there's still a possibility that like Xbox with the marketing rights, they could show something, but it won't be like fucking super new or fresh. I want to
It'll
see.
just be a small trailer.
Yeah, shit. I want to see, or like maybe a little bit of gameplay. But it's just like I'd like to
Wasn't
see Elden Ring, whatever Elden Ring is. I want to
Yes,
see that.
definitely.
Like I'm hoping that shows up.
Oh yeah,
I thought
think
Lost
that
Odyssey
definitely
was on there.
show.
Lost Odyssey.
No, hell, that was that. Okay, so I was trying to look for that list, but nobody can find me that list.
Yeah, it was
Where
on
they
that,
had
that
like
leak list.
yeah,
that shit was fake
it-
though.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
fake
wish
list.
list, bro.
I thought you said what
that's
we
a
want.
wish
I
list.
thought you said what we want to be on there.
Yeah.
Oh
but you
yeah,
want
well
that,
yeah, but what are you hoping to see? I'm sorry, like who? I think D Nick, you was going off.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was saying. I thought that that leak list had some titles that was gonna probably be on there. Not all, but
Yeah.
I was hoping for Lost Odyssey, something from from Japanese developer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think Elden Ring definitely has a huge chance of showing up, and I'm so super excited to finally see what that game is about. I trust From Software. That's like one of my
Isn't
favorite
Playground
devs.
Games working on a new IP besides Forza?
I think Fable.
Yeah, I want
Fable
to
is the one
see
that
what
the
Playground
rumors to
Games
be
do.
working on.
Yeah,
I
see,
definitely
because
want to
they.
see Fable. I wouldn't mind
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
Perfect Dark. I
Obsidian.
definitely finally want to see Halo Infinite gameplay, which I know
Yeah.
100% we're gonna get that, no doubt.
For sure.
Wow.
And I don't really know as far as first party. I don't really know a lot that I will want from them except what I just named. And then when third parties is definitely Elden Ring. Maybe they'll finally show off the new Harry Potter game that was leaked, something like that. So maybe a new Splinter Cell game finally shows off.
Yeah, I mean
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden. Who's making that?
No man, who knows?
I don't know because Team Ninja they just got done with Neo too.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, there's a lot. Obviously, I'm looking forward to Halo Infinite. I want to see Fable and or any game done by Playground Games. They got to be there, even though like Matt Booty and Aaron Greenberg and all of them they keep making sure they don't mention Playground when it comes to this event.
Yeah, buttons are those. Somebody's mashing them buttons.
That's Corey.
Oh, so my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Warzone.
The initiative is still like the most anticipated for me. I need to see what they're working on. They were first touted as the a quadruple A studio. They got Daryl Gallagher. They got all these people from Naughty Dog, Santa Monica, and Rockstar. I want to see what they're doing. I'm just that's what I'm there for. Obsidian's new game. We know Obsidian's going to be there, and they're not going to be there with Grounded. That I know, because Grounded is going to be out by the time that this show takes place. I think Grounded comes out on like the 21st. No, actually, Grounded comes out.
You think Obsidian's already going to show another game after they just released Outer Worlds and Grounded? I don't think
Grounded is launching into here because
You probably won't see no gameplay.
Grounded Outer Worlds is done. It is what it is. They already fulfilled that contract. Grounded was made by like a fraction of the freaking team.
Yeah, no, I understand
and it's
that.
launching the game preview.
I remember Phil Spencer saying that that he doesn't see any event for like at least like the next year or two where they're not going to show something new. I still think there's going to be a bunch of stuff hold off. I don't see Obsidian showing up this early. That quick.
Well, they might show the concept of the game. But
you realize? No.
They might show
this game has already been in development. This was the game that they bought them for.
But my point is this. Look, Phil Spencer also came on record on CNBC and said that because of COVID, it has been a challenge working from home, and that we might see delays throughout.
I'm not saying the game's going to come out,
he wasn't specific about him, but he was implying, hey, there might be some games pushed back because of this, because development is a bit of a struggle right now working from home.
But why would I understand releasing delay releases and stuff like that, but in terms of showing off a trailer to a game that they're working on,
they're gonna. That's what I said. They're gonna show something.
Major Nelson and Phil Spencer had already seen a demo of this game, and they're talking about it publicly. They already talk about it publicly. So why?
I understand that, but just because this game has been in development, that doesn't automatically mean that they're just gonna be ready to show it off right now. They could hold off the game to something to EXO later this year.
They could,
but we're not. Do a teaser. They probably do a teaser. That's pretty much.
That's what I'm saying. It may be a small teaser of something, but it's not gonna be shown off and just like it's.
Yeah, I'm not expecting to release it. I'm expecting a reveal. Because why would they? But the thing is, they're not going there to show off Grounded. They're not. I know they're not.
I know they're not going to show up,
but they're going to be there. What do you think they're going to show?
They already had 2 games already. Okay, they already had the Outer Worlds that came out the end of last year, right?
Yeah, but that wasn't under Microsoft. That was under 2K.
I understand that wasn't under Microsoft, but they still worked on that game, right? So they still had to put manpower behind that game. They're coming out with Grounded, right? Which I understand is a very small team that's making it. Plus, Phil Spencer saying, they're not going to show they're going to show a good amount, but they're not going to show.
So why would they highlight that Obsidian's going to be there?
I smell a bet.
I don't know. That could be a Outer Worlds DLC.
Really?
I don't know.
Really? The show, like, if they're going to name drop Obsidian, they name drop Compulsion.
I'm just saying, if they go in there, like I'll just say this: if they go in there. And they fucking they say Obsidian about to drop the year, and they fucking put Grounded out there, we got a problem. Like that better not be the motherfucking game that they
Grounded for the Series X.
By the time the show takes, by the time
we'll see, man. I could be wrong. I just don't see them showing off like a brand new IP.
I do.
Like a trailer, shit, or like a teaser. I could see that, but like that's it.
They can do it. They could do it in engine like Spider-Man and
to be honest with you,
they didn't show any gameplay for that.
Well, that's fine, but to be honest with you, I think Microsoft has other companies, right, that they acquired that haven't shown anything, right? That haven't shown anything at all.
Compulsion
they can put on the forefront before they show another Obsidian IP.
Ninja Theory's already shown 3 games since they've been acquired. So who's to say? Like, you can't really say that. Ninja Theory was one of the first announced to be purchased, and they showed already 3 games already. They showed.
Yeah, they're working on 3 games. Okay, go ahead.
No, they showed 3 games, wasn't it? They showed
Bleeding Edge, Hellblade 2, Project Mara, and then I don't even know what. So technically 4. I don't know what the hell Insight is, but
the Big Mara.
They're gonna show a new Bleeding Edge character.
The Big Mara. Yeah.
believe they call the game Project Mara.
Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just
not
like
the real
a
name, though.
stand-in title. Yeah, shit, it could just be Mara. Like,
So
honestly.
Big Dick is the standing title?
What?
If you put project in
That's
front
what
of
Big Mara means.
I'm lost, bro. Like,
I know what I'm talking about.
Don't even type in Big Mara on Google.
I'm not.
Man.
I'm not. I'm all right.
But
It ain't the D, it ain't for me.
and my dark horse that also another team they said will be there. They said Double Fine will be there, but they probably just showing off Psychonauts, so I don't really care for that.
Yeah, Psychonauts 2. Psychonauts 2 is fire,
Double
bro. That's
trash.
about to be fire.
I'm curious to see
Wow.
what Compulsion Games is doing. Like we haven't seen them since We Happy Few. So
Oh, okay. That was about to ask. What
Yeah, but they make
Compulsion
some
does? They do.
weird
Yeah,
They did,
Compulsion.
we crappy few.
he said we
We
crappy
Happy
few,
Few was
and they
okay.
did that. They
It
did
was
that.
okay.
They did that. They did that
I
whack
don't know
ass.
if
They
it's
did that
good or
whack
not.
ass
I mean,
PlayStation exclusive contrast when it launched. It was a PlayStation launch title.
Yeah,
Contrast.
yeah.
What the hell is that? I never
It was
heard
a
it. It must have
PlayStation
been
launch
super
title.
whack.
Contrast.
It was probably super
Contrast.
whack then.
No, shit, it was
Nah.
really good. Shit, in the
Nah, it was
contrast,
good.
a lot of people fucked with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
look
think
up
it made
real
its
quick.
way to
I liked it.
Xbox too. Didn't it finally come out to Xbox like a couple years?
I
ago?
don't know.
Yeah, it came
I don't
later.
even remember.
Oh, it did?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Hold up. So, Bond, so you didn't like Psychonauts?
No.
Damn! Oh, man.
I try not to play trash.
How is that trash?
Like when somebody
Psychonauts
said that
is-
they were playing Judgment, I got scared because I thought they were talking about Gears of War Judgment for a second.
All right.
I want to play that game. Yeah.
Well, I take it you mean
Judgment.
Judgment like the Yakuza
Yeah.
spinoff Judgment. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'm not a Yakuza. Like, I'm not. Well, I do want to try that new one, that turn-based.
Yeah. The turn-based game, like a dragon. I feel you. Shit, I'm playing Chikuwami at the time. Like so, like should I beat Zero? And now I'm on Kiwami.
Oh, hold on. What are y'all talking about? I dropped out.
No. We were just talking about Judgment in the Yakuza games just a little bit.
Yo, I'm playing Judgment right now, man. That game is really good.
All right, Smooth. Like you did, Smooth.
Yeah, I'm here. I did. I said what I wanted to see. Anybody else?
I don't know. Should I
Maybe
say
they can
Elden-
bring Guilty Gear. Like we need fighters over here since they can't.
Ain't bringing no
Guilty
Guilty
Gear
Gear over to Xbox.
like you got fucking what did they just toss up in game?
You don't have
I'm
nothing
playing right now. Like it's fucking Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur.
Man, that joint ain't
so,
it.
so it's like this is like shit. I'm hoping to see something from Elden Ring because this is like a big mystery to me. Shit, I want to see the compulsion shit. Big mystery to me. All I know is that it's third person something. So shit, I'm interested. I want
to see gameplay for Everwild. Or what's it
Yeah,
called?
I definitely want to see that game.
Everwild. I want to see.
Yeah, show
I'm
demo of that
hoping
game.
to see gameplay for that shit.
Yeah, I want to see what
gameplay.
what that's about.
like I heard that like I don't know shit if this was like in this in the wish list.
Dude, I got clowned for mentioning that game. I don't know why. Like people are clowning me for mentioning Everwild.
Man, fuck that. But it's what's the joke? They said that Hellblade 2 would be shown again, but it's like a story trailer. So it's like
you're referring to that list.
Yeah, so that was on the list. So
I can see Hellblade. Hellblade, I think for sure.
What list are you guys talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I didn't know
fake
that there was a list.
It's similar. Okay, there was a list that is super fake because there was some too good stuff, too good to be true stuff in there. But I couldn't find it. I was trying to find it before the podcast.
Yeah.
But they had stuff like Xbox. They acquired a Japanese studios to make Lost Odyssey 2.
Yeah, that's
you know what
crazy.
I mean?
Yeah. That
stuff like
seems kind of
And
that's
I'm
kind of
keeping
far
the same.
fetched.
I'm keeping the same energy with the leak list of the PlayStation side. Remember, there was one that it had like.
Oh,
it had, like
PlayStation.
No, we believe like they
Yeah.
say
It
that
had-
like
hold on,
that
hold on,
shit said
hold
the
on.
Silent
It
Hill.
had- hold on. Yeah, it said Silent Hill. It said SOCOM. It said a whole bunch of other stuff, right? And to me, I was like,
Whole
I don't
bunch of
believe
crap.
this shit at all. I think this list is absolutely fake.
Yeah,
and it
that would
turned
have
out
been
to be
fire
fake.
though. Shit,
And
if
that's
they
the
had
same.
SOCOM.
That's the same thing I'm thinking about this fake leak list as well for the Xbox. I don't believe it at all.
Yeah, no, shit. I'm just saying,
If it happened,
I
that'd
mean,
be dope, but I don't believe it.
yeah. Shit, I'm saying, like, for like what I would like to see, shit, I would hope that they would show something story wise. Because then they say that like Ninja Theory would be there. So even if they did show like a storyline trailer of like what's transpiring now, because like it's still like a fucking mystery. Like with the ending of one to this one, I'm just like, all right. But I would like to see something like that, and everything else is just kind of like new IPs. Like are just like fucking games in general. Like I just want to see it and just like I know that we're gonna get like the in-depth gameplay for Halo Infinite and shit like that. So that's like a check off. Like that's good. But everything else, I just want to see something new, something fresh, something quality. Like that's
Will
it.
this show be? Go ahead, Chris. My bad.
I said I'm going out of the limb, and I think that we're probably gonna see gameplay for Hellblade 2.
No, I don't believe that. Like that'd
I
be
think
dope.
so too.
That'd be
Because
dope.
okay, when the Hellblade came out in 2017, correct?
No, but they just hired like a
Yeah, but
like a combat animator. Like it's just like what are they like? I mean, unless it's like them walking around like the environment, like I always say, like unless it's like them showing you just like the environmental trailer, just like what the game will look like running or something like that. Like they just hired a nigga to do the combat stuff. So she just like, I mean, I don't know. Like that was like last month or so.
It's not gonna be one person.
Actually,
it's not gonna be one.
No,
person,
I'm hip,
though.
but I mean, like, it's just like the dude is just working on it. Like they just hired him, like key dude. So
Coy,
just,
I wouldn't look too much into that. And Chris, I'm gonna let you finish up. I wouldn't look too much into that because remember, The Last of Us was hiring people right after they gave a launch date and stuff like that. So they can always show off the concept of the combat, right? And then they hire that particular person to execute it.
Yeah, to refine it and make it better and stuff like that.
Yeah, you right, bro. You right. All right. Hey, shit, if they show gameplay for that bitch, we lit. Like, hey, like.
But I don't see them doing it because it's Unreal Engine 5 now.
I'm gonna make a crazy prediction. They're gonna show another Forza game.
Duh.
Yo, when we gonna get the next what you call it, Gran Turismo?
Oh yeah.
We get that.
They haven't had a release date, but I'm guessing holiday. I'm guessing holiday 2021.
Yeah.
A whole year from now?
I need to get that.
Yeah, a whole year from now. I don't see that coming out this year or anytime soon.
What, Gran Turismo?
I think that's Gran Turismo. Yeah.
Was that gameplay we saw or was it not?
No, that was gameplay.
Yeah, that was.
You don't think that's a spring?
It doesn't matter.
That's a spring 2021 game?
Yeah, they showed gameplay for Horizon Zero Dawn like 2-3 years before it came out.
Okay.
That doesn't matter.
Okay. What else?
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just saying I assume it's coming out that late. I don't think that's definitely not a launch game because they would have said that's just a launch game. And I think throughout the year of next year, right, you're gonna get Ratchet and Clank, and you're gonna get Demon's Souls, and then you're gonna get Horizon, and then probably Returnal and stuff like that. Then going towards the holiday season, Gran Turismo is probably gonna be that big exclusive that they drop.
Yeah, they're gonna announce some more games next summer. So.
And who else? Anybody else? Or anybody else?
You know what? Nobody's really talking about. I just realized some of these shows might get canceled or delayed because this shit is spiking. We've got mandatory mask things going into place, and people are starting to go crazy.
Facts.
That's one thing nobody even mentioned. That some of the stuff might be pushed back or delayed.
That's
the reason why they didn't give us dates yet.
This is why I think that Xbox should just do this pre-recorded instead of doing it live, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're not gonna do a live. Like, if you've seen
somebody say that they're doing it live,
a lot of it's pre-recorded. They should not do it live. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Like PlayStation did it pre-recorded. Yeah. PlayStation was pre-recorded. Apple was pre-recorded. Like all these events that were actually good were pre-recorded events that they put together.
It would be in their best interest to have it pre-recorded and uploaded in at the highest fidelity quality so people can see it in the way it's intended. Too many things can go wrong with streams, so I don't know. I don't have any confirmation on how the show would be delivered.
Pre-recorded.
Oh yeah, and another thing we didn't even mention about what could possibly be shown It's definitely the Lockhart, but
Lockhart's gonna be fun in August.
I heard of people saying that it might be shown in August, but
Yeah, they
you
said
never know.
August.
You never know because they might have planned to do it in August, but because PlayStation showed their hand with the digital version, Microsoft might just drop that.
All right,
too.
there's been a lot of information about it because there's been leaks and stuff coming out. So there's actually when they did this whole freaking Scarlet announcement, their whole game plan has been kind of just rattled. There's reports that the Series X original release date was supposed to take place in August, and Lockhart was supposed to take place in October. That was supposed to be the big shocker because it's not traditionally done, right? And then
that was gotta be the Megaton,
one of the Megatons, and then the Lockhart was supposed to be revealed in June, right? But then PlayStation, they pulled out because PlayStation delayed their show, right? And then since PlayStation did not go reveal pricing, they learned that PlayStation will be doing a show in August.
Yes,
they're not going to reveal their pricing and pre-order plans until August, and that's when they're going to reveal Lockhart. And the image I have up on screen is what they're saying potentially what Lockhart could look like, since it's not going to be a cube or a tower. It's going to be more like the Xbox One S or One X. They're saying it's going to be gray in color, that dark grayish color, which is similar to the dev kit. I don't know if you guys seen the dev kit, but
I've seen the dev kit.
Jay, I know you went.
Addict wanted to send us the picture.
He don't need to send you a picture. We all seen the dev kit. We've all seen it.
Yeah, they already showed
the dev kit for the Lockhart is the same exact dev kit for the Anaconda. They share the same. They've been talking about the dev kit. It's an all-in-one dev kit, and it's using Game Core for profiles. So they have an Anaconda profile, Lockhart profile, and the Scorpio Durango profile is all on that dev kit.
Can I talk about the specs for a second?
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Tom Warren said that the Lockhart is to support ray tracing. It's supposed to have 7.5 gigabytes of usable RAM, around 4 teraflops of RDNA GPU performance. He also says that the CPU will be clocked at the same speed as the Series X CPU.
Oh, who said the V-Badge?
No, Tom Warren from The Verge.
Just making sure.
He said professional.
This is what he's saying. This is what Tom Warren is saying. This is not
funny. Talk about somebody credible.
I'm funny. I'm quoting this man. This is what he's saying, according to him. And he also says that the CPU in the Lockhart will be, quote, faster than the one in the PS5. And then he also says that reports suggest that the Lockhart will be revealed in August. Now that's a lot of information right there. Yeah. Some of it, I'm taking with a grain of salt because I just want to see this thing.
But what has you hesitant on the information? Was it the faster than the PlayStation jump? That's what got you.
Well, that's obviously capped. The Lockhart CPU is not faster than the PS5 CPU.
It is.
It's not going to be.
If it's the same series, if it's the same as the Series X CPU, and
but that doesn't make
that's not going to matter though.
It's not.
No, but it's whether it's facts or fiction. If is the Series X CPU not?
But it's not even
is the Series X? It would. All right, let's assume these reports are true. Let's assume. But wait, you can't report it that's not.
But it's not.
No, but all right. So why are we talking about the leak then? Because I'm not assuming. The report is assuming.
Hold up. What he's saying is that, all right, if what Tom Warren is saying, then that would mean that it is faster. He's claiming that it is the same as the Series X. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. So if you're saying
yeah, go ahead.
If you're saying the Series X,
how is the Series X CPU faster than the PS5? But we don't know that. We can't substantiate that right now. Both consoles are out.
We don't have CPU specs for both consoles.
But that's what I'm saying. If we got the specs for both consoles and they're just going off the numbers, that are on the specs between both consoles, and he says, hey, this drink is the same. He didn't say faster than the Series X. He didn't say lesser than the Series X. He said it's the same.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just if he's just going off the specs of the Series X.
All right, so we know the specs of the Series X, and we know the specs of the PS5.
Yes.
But the way PS5 achieves performance is totally different from the Series X. We cannot say right now, based on the specs, that the Xbox Series X CPU is faster or operates better than the PS5 if we haven't seen both consoles in action.
Yeah, we
Like,
can
yeah,
because the numbers don't change.
No, hold on. Yeah.
Wait, the numbers don't change.
I could believe that the Lockhart CPU is clocked the same as the Series X. But okay, so what?
All right, so here's the thing.
The CPUs are going to react differently.
We're talking about the specs of the CPUs exclusively. That's all. We don't care what the SSD do or how it operates efficiently. Whatever. We're talking about where the peak PS5's peak is 3.5.
Some people are trying to run with the narrative that now the Lockhart is going to be better than the PS5.
no, it won't be. But
I mean, off the CPU alone, no, it's
off
not.
CPU,
But I mean,
off CPU alone, right? The PS5 peak is 3.5. The Series X is 3.8. It's 3.6 without SMT and 3.8 with SMT, some shit like that.
Somebody said that's like 0.5% difference.
Yeah. So if the Lockhart has the same exact CPU, then theoretically, not even theoretically, factually, it's just if the Series X is
on paper. My argument is that in all reality, it can be the opposite thing when both consoles drop because of the way that they achieve performance and the way that the CPU is going to interact with the hardware within that system. It's different.
Same goes for the SSD. It's the same thing.
All right, and yes, the same thing goes for the SSD as well. I've said this before. Like, it can be a minimal difference depending on who programs for it. Plus, we need to understand that because of the way that they developed the storage architecture within the PS5, it's less CPU cycles being allocated towards communicating with the SSD because they have dedicated code processors. No, it's not on paper. There's a chart. There's a chart.
That's on paper. It is technically on paper.
No,
you just said that.
I'm telling you what's inside the system. The system has dedicated code processors.
But we don't know how it's going to perform, right? Correct?
We don't know how the CPU is going to interact because there's other hardware in the system that's going to alleviate it. That's what I'm saying. There's less overhead for the CPU.
I'm not on the train to say
I mean, my thing is both are saying that. You know how many times Jason Ronald said that about velocity architecture, how it frees up the CPU to not do all the fucking work. Like, and CERN is saying the same thing about their cracking architecture and whatnot. So I mean, they're both talking about doing the same thing, just different ways.
Bro, I haven't heard that word in a long time. The Hadron Collider. Talking about the Hadron Collider.
I think the Lockhart, right? The Lockhart's an interesting product. I hope the Lockhart happens. There's a lot of rumors and speculation surrounding it. I'm going to wait until the actual system is announced so we can know the actual specs. For him to claim that the Lockhart, the CPU and the Lockhart is going to be the same, we don't know. It could be a cut down version of the Series X CPU. We know the GPU is definitely going to be cut down.
I doubt that.
But hey, like,
if it's cut down, then it won't be the same.
That's why I'm saying it can potentially be different. You never know. It's all up to the discretion of Microsoft to change the specs.
I'm no longer.
It's only a cheaper value.
I'm no longer interested in the Lockhart because it won't be shaped like a GameCube. So I said I would only get it if it was going to be a cube. It's gonna be like a smaller series. It's gonna be a smaller 1X. It's literally gonna be a smaller 1X. That's what I see. Because they're literally they're hiding the console inside like Xbox One S boxes.
But that could be because the whole thing. Because if say it comes out and it's like $300, right? I'm buying a PS5 like because that's my primary console. That's what I'm buying like at launch, right?
Yeah.
But if Microsoft is showing some shit like a damn good looking Fable or a damn good looking Perfect Dark or whatever, that Series X could be a good alternative for me to just buy something.
If it's that damn good looking, you better get an Xbox Series X.
Let me finish. Not only for that, right? Not only for like the exclusive, but also, right? And Smooth, you're gonna think, whoa, who's damn somebody? What the hell is that? But somebody.
Oh, my bad.
You're gonna think I'm petty. You're gonna think I'm petty, Smooth, but I'll have the Series X, the Series S, and the PS5 just to be like my PlayStation is more powerful than the Xbox.
Here's another thing, Smooth. Why are these guys now coming out saying that they're gonna target 1080p 60 and 1440p 30? what? Like what is that? Why is 1440p 30 even an option? Like it should obviously be 1440p 60.
But who
That's
said
what I'm saying.
that though?
Dude,
like what
Tom
like,
Warren
was that
said the
what
same
Tom
thing.
Warren said?
Yeah, on his Twitter, he said that on his Twitter, and I'm like, dude, a lot of these news is being very conflicting. It's very conflicting news. I don't know what's gonna happen with Lockhart, honestly, because one moment they're saying,
The casual box.
the CPU is just as fast or faster than the PS5, right? And then there's talking about 1440p 30. Like 1440p 60 is not hard to hit.
1440p 30 wouldn't be necessary because the One X can do 1440p 30.
Yeah,
No
my
problem.
computer with like its 4-year-old parts, it's 1440 60 plus.
So
easy.
I think they should like,
and assuming that people would buy that. Let's say you have 1440p
Casuals.
60 to upscale 1440p on a 4K display isn't that hard as opposed to 1080p. Like,
But a lot-
upscaling
Yeah, I
1080p
think-
is
I think-
trash.
Let me say
Hold up,
something.
hold up. Like the
hold
console-
up before you go, Coy. Real
Good.
quick. It's not to do with that. I just want to address something. This is a podcast, right? And these are rumors and speculations and leaks and stuff like that came out recently, right? This everything that we talk about is relevant to gaming news this week. So of course this is something we're gonna talk about. I see some people complaining about, oh, why y'all talking about this? We don't know. Yeah, nobody knows for sure.
Yeah.
Right? We're not saying that trust me, like when anybody says that they know something for sure, I'm usually the one to correct them and be like, no, it's not confirmed. You know what I mean? No, it's not confirmed. So this is just speculation. We're on a podcast. Of course, we're gonna talk about stuff like this. I see some people complaining, but go ahead and carry on.
Yeah,
Coy.
nobody wants to
like-
always hear about all these rumors. We got Dr. Trey for that mess.
Yeah, like what
I
I'm,
know
what I'm
that's
only
part
saying,
of the gaming news for the week. That's
yeah,
what I'm
it's just
saying.
like we all speculate, guesstimate, whatever. Like it's just like what I'm saying is just like for the Series S or whatever the fuck. Like this is for those people who do not have 4K TV, so they're not really worried about upscaling it to 4K or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Like I literally play with people who do not have 4K TVs. Like I got a 4K TV, but those folks, like there are folks still out here who just have 1080p TVs. So it's like if they can get those people, like those lower end people in there, then that's great. Like the Series S isn't for me. Like the X is my go-to. So it's like I would never touch that bitch. Like, but it's like it's for those people. So that's why like it's set up like that.
So if you're gaming at 1440p,
Yeah.
would you want to game at 1440p 30?
fuck no.
Okay, thank
But
you.
those-
That's
but
what I'm
Those
those
saying.
people
Hold
won't
on,
know the
hold on.
difference at the same time.
They don't
It's
even
very
care about those
conflicting.
numbers though. Dope.
Yeah.
They don't, the people that's buying that console,
Yeah, but it also
don't
goes
care about
against.
that.
It goes against.
and I agree with you. A lot of
It
the
goes.
casuals
I get
don't know
where.
about that.
Also, where Jay's come from. Here's the thing: Microsoft has been touting like they're really putting emphasis on frames per second this time around. 60, 120.
Exactly.
They putting that all in their advertisements. I doubt they're going to make the system to be like, all right, let's completely last gen our cheaper model, because if their architecture is built around getting 60 and 120 frames per second, the only compromise I see with them doing with Lockhart is resolution and disk drive, because that's all they need to do. If you're telling me they built this whole thing around this velocity architecture and to achieve higher frame rates, it just wouldn't make sense to be like, oh, or it's going to be either 1440p 30 or 1080 60. They've come up with so many different ways to like improve like image quality to the point where the resolution honestly is completely irrelevant. Right now, at least native resolution is irrelevant. Like they got so much trickery going on to get to you 4K, to get you 1440p, that I doubt they're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna make the Lockhart players choose between 1080 60 or 1440 30. If the Lockhart is what we think it is, it's either gonna be 1080. I feel like games are either gonna do 1080p 60 or 1440p 60, unless it's Assassin's Creed, which they're allergic to 60. Like,
Yeah, and to your point, right? I'm coming at the news. Like the news is conflicting.
Yeah.
It's very conflicting. I'm not even coming at Lockhart as the console, because we don't know too much about it aside from what these quote unquote reputable guys are saying about it, right?
yeah.
So for somebody to say that, oh, it's gonna have all these special features, right, and it's gonna support ray tracing and all that, and then talk about 1440p 30, it doesn't make sense to me versus what Microsoft has been marketing right now.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's true.
But that's why I
we'll
can't
see.
wait for them to hurry up and freaking reveal this damn thing so we can
Yeah,
just shut
reveal it. I was
everybody
hoping
up.
though,
Like,
But they haven't marketed the Series S yet.
no,
yeah.
they haven't
Yeah,
even
this-
confirmed its existence yet. Like,
Yeah, but it's
there's
like, I mean,
rumors that the Series S might not even come out this year. It might be a next year. console.
nah, it's coming out with they won't come out the same day. I still think the Series X is coming out earlier than expected, and that's anywhere from late September to
I saw
early
something
October.
that the Series X was supposed to come out in August.
Yeah, it was.
And they pushed it back.
Now that report I don't agree with. Why? Because August is a horrible month to launch a product like a gaming console.
Back to
It's
school,
just bad. Like, why would you do that? You have back to school, right? You got kids buying laptops and school supplies
Because they were
high school.
They were targeting the enthusiasts, the people that bought the Xbox One X. We would buy it at any time that it released. Whereas the system like
that's
the Lockhart,
Yeah,
you know,
the
you're
X
going to
don't
buy
say that.
during the holiday season, is already cheaper, is at that attractive, it's the new hot thing. The enthusiast would have bought the Series X regardless of when it came out. However, when you got the console,
I believe that you drop both at the same
I mean,
time.
why we all buy it? Why
People
we all
choose.
buy a Switch in March?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's Nintendo. Nintendo's
Tax
odd
season,
like
baby.
that. Like
Tax
Nintendo's really odd like that. But if you look at the way
but
that
tax season too.
sales are, tax
Yeah.
season is like in spring though. By the time it's
Yeah,
August,
March,
a lot of people
though.
have spent that money.
No, I'm talking about the Switch.
Well,
Switch came out
yeah.
tax season.
Well, oh yeah, that's different. Like that's Nintendo. Nintendo's gonna do their own thing. They're gonna drop it early in the year. That's fine. Nintendo never wants to compete in terms of selling a
Yeah.
console in the same quarter as Microsoft and Sony. They don't want to do that. That's never been their intention.
Which is smart on their part.
Yeah,
Like, they
and
could
they
always
can
do
capitalize
whatever
on
the
that
fuck they
market
want to
doing
do
that.
too, though.
August
Like,
is a
Nintendo
weird
can
month
always do
for
whatever the
tech. Like usually around August is where you hear the shit announced and you can pre-order it and then you can get it in the fall, the holiday season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like I don't know. Like I don't know what they're thinking. How they're gonna like market this shit or put it out there. Especially shit with them doing 2 separate drops. Like how were they gonna really like deliver this message? But it's just like, hey man, like
saying,
if
you
they,
just drop
if they
both at
This
the
is
same time.
This is gonna be
sure
as
about it. Then hey,
this is
like,
gonna
I'ma
be
let
like
'em
one
rock.
of the most. I don't know how. I'm not right. I'm not gonna call it out how it's gonna play out because we don't know, right? Nobody.
Yeah,
should
no,
be
we
like,
don't
It's
know.
gonna be great, or it's gonna be not good, right? But it's gonna be very bizarre watching this play out.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
This
Oh, yeah.
this hasn't been done like this before, where
No.
where a manufacturer releases 2 consoles at launch and they're both spec completely different.
Usually you have
Yeah.
like different storage options, right? Like you have like the PS3. There was like a 20 gigabyte version, the 60 gigabyte version during PS3.
Yeah. Mhm.
These are 2 totally different SKUs from both Sony and apparently Microsoft's going to do the same thing with the Lockhart as well. Now consumers are they're gonna
But
look
Sony's
at the
not that
price and say
different.
they know what they're gonna get.
Yeah,
The thing with Sony is Sony's not that, because Sony is just both PlayStation 5 are exactly the same, 100%.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
it's a
One's
disc drive.
has a disc drive and one's disc
Yeah, and that's not going to be confusing for anybody who pays attention, right? But for
I don't
Xbox,
know,
they
man.
need to market it distinctively away from each other.
Yeah, one's
No, but
going to
it's
be a
like-
lot bigger.
yeah,
and a different
it's gonna be a
color.
lot
What I
bigger
look-
for sure.
The key
People are
is
gonna
with the-
ask questions, man. They're gonna be
Yeah, but
asking questions.
but
I gotta
the
get out of
key
here,
is-
guys.
All right, Bond,
All right,
man.
Bond.
Appreciate you.
Good
All
having
right.
you here, Bond.
Have a good
Yeah,
night.
we're about to shut this thing down anyways. We at that 2-hour mark.
But the thing is that I heard from Unlocked with this week, just like rolling this out, is that they're gonna have to release the price, the price differential between them both. You get what I'm saying? So they're gonna
Yeah.
have to have dropped Series X price in pre-order, so like people can tell the difference when they dropped and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So,
so-
it's like that was like their main thing on the podcast.
So-
like they really have to get that out there.
It's now July 1st, right? So we can all safely say, next month we will know the day the PS5 and Xbox Series come out, the price they will be, and when we can, and that we should be able to pre-order them. We should know by next month for sure.
Yeah, for sure. By the end of August, absolutely. Because I think that the PlayStation, they're gonna have they're rumored to have a state of play next
Yep.
month, and I think that's when they're gonna show the pricing and the pre-order is gonna go up and everything.
Yeah, you don't want to go into August not having any idea what you're gonna buy, honestly.
Yeah.
So, or what the price is gonna be, because people want to get geared up so that they can secure their console, and then boom, just wait for the holiday season and know that they're gonna get that console either delivered or picked up at whatever retail they plan on going to. So, hopefully we see pricing pretty soon, because I know I want to get my my Xbox and my PS5. I just want more information about the difference in price between both consoles. Whether there is going to be a price difference between both consoles, and then each edition of the system.
Dude, I'm getting them regardless. The one I just really need to know, I just need to know the dates, right? The dates, their release dates, and then I need to know which monitors I'm upgrading to.
Yeah.
Because
are you going to get a 4K monitor?
Oh yeah, I got 4K now. It's just that magic of finding the one that's 4K, 120 hertz. HDR,
that's hard.
Like
I've been looking for them.
Yeah, I've been looking. I'm checking, and it's just hard, dude. It's very hard.
I'm thinking about just doing 4K 60 for the consoles, honestly, and then the big TV that I get is just going to be that 120 hertz.
And the crazy thing is, I do have a 120 hertz TV like on my wall behind me. So for whatever game that I want to like test it out on, I just gonna have to move the Series X over or fucking buy two of them bad boys. Like, yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love like the whole next gen talk, the new consoles coming in, the new games. I just hate like that. The weirdest thing is, if it had not been for COVID, we have already known most of this information, like all of it. That's crazy.
Yeah, it would have been an E3. That would have, been crazy.
Yeah, big shit. Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to say. Do you guys have any other things that you guys want to get off? Anything you want to mention before we head out?
Oh yeah. Well, one more thing we missed from Rare. All that banjo hype they had earlier.
Oh yeah.
I forgot to say something about that. It'd be so much of a letdown if they don't even just bring that game back.
You really don't put so much don't put too much energy on that, man.
No, I don't think they're gonna.
I know that
game. If anything, they might come out with like a remastered collection or something like that for the Series X or whatever, 4K HDR or whatever.
Yeah. True. Like, there's a lot of dudes playing banjo right now. Like, I don't know. Listen to the I forgot, like the Xbox era podcast.
They could, what they could do, right? Because it's seen it work out for Sony, right? With like Shadow Colossus, then now Demon Souls.
Mm-hmm.
They could do a 1-to-1 remaster / remake for Banjo-Kazooie. They could do that, or like how they did Crash Bandicoot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could, bro. God damn.
I don't see why not. I mean, I think they should. Banjo's a classic.
I don't know. Like, it's not. It isn't. Like, for me, shit, if they brought it out, shit, I'd probably fuck with it. But I mean, like, I'm not asking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I ain't begging for that game.
Yeah,
but hey, like, good podcast. Yeah. It's a great year for gaming. A lot of exciting stuff happening. Whether it's like new consoles dropping, new games coming out. Still got a couple of big releases for the end of the year, so I don't know, it's just exciting from all sides. Even PC guys, if you game on PC, there's some pretty exciting hardware coming out at the end of the year as well, so definitely keep up with that.
Yeah, man, Xbox is the best box. Microsoft's going to destroy Sony come the end of this July. You know what I mean? I'm going to sell all my PlayStation. I'm going to be bleeding green for the entire next generation. Let's get it, baby.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Hey, young, that was just ridiculous. Like, I was just letting them go. I was like
now, but Ghost of Tsushima, baby, 2 weeks. Let's get it.
Oh, game of the year.
Metacritic predictions for Ghost. I know Smooth is gonna say like.
Damn,
85.
we still doing this, bro.
90.
How many times we didn't say
90 on the dot.
I said 91.
I say 82. I was right last time.
Look at 82.
I said
you was right last time. What did you say 82 for last time?
Last of Us 2 was getting Last of Us 2. I said it was gonna get a 96. All y'all said 92.
No, I said 95.
But it's at 94 right now. Actually, I said 93, so I was the closest.
True. True.
I say
Like,
84. 84. I need.
Look at this Smooth. I knew his ass was ahead.
84. Looking forward to the
84.
game, and I mean, I'm gonna get a day one, but I say 84. I think some of those people who are gonna take some of their frustration out on Ghost of Tsushima to give it.
No, they're not. No, they're
No,
not.
they're gonna praise it more because of The Last of Us. I bet you they're gonna praise it more.
Yeah, I believe
Sony's
that.
not
I feel
getting
like they're gonna
Sony's
praise
not
it
getting
more.
another 90. So
Son, I'm just saying. I believe with Chris. I believe like all the negativity surrounding The Last of Us 2 right now. They're gonna praise the fuck out of Ghost of Tsushima, bro. Like I guarantee you. Like I don't know shit if it'll hit like. I think
there's
I don't
nothing
know. I
they
think
can
some
do.
peop-
Nobody's
go ahead.
mad at the criticism for The Last of Us. Sure, it got criticized, it got leaked, it got review bombed. Still sold 4 million in 3 days and got a 95. Get out of here. No, Ghost of Tsushima can't top it. They can't top it.
Shit, it didn't hurt it. Shit, it didn't hurt it. But it's just like still the perception around it, and it's just like with all this shit, and you see like folks who got like super angry at like shit reviewers and shit, calling them shills or whatever the fuck. So this is like I feel like they're gonna definitely praise Ghost of Tsushima, even if it could be possibly. I'm not saying it is lackluster. Who knows? But it's just like people are gonna praise the hell out of it. So it could be in the 90s, at least like low 90s.
I doubt it.
Smooth.
God, what's up?
Shout
Keep sleeping on the game, Smooth.
out to Mike
This
Lowry.
shit gonna wake your ass up.
He says Neil Game Spark needs to join the Planet Xbox podcast. At least he's not biased like everyone except Kid Smooth on here. Wow.
What bias?
Nah, I've invited.
Hold up. Everyone except Kiss Smooth is the most biased out of everybody.
Right.
What you talking about?
He was joking. He was being sarcastic.
Yeah, I've
so.
invited Neil Game Spark a couple of times. Hopefully, we will have him on here soon. So yeah, he's recently turned over that Xbox Leaf. He got an Xbox One X, and he hasn't stopped
He just
playing
liking
it
it,
since
man.
then.
He ain't turn a leaf.
Nah. I mean,
I gotta check this dude out.
only
I
an
gotta check this dude
Xbox
out.
can do that to you, man. Everybody who's been getting Xbox recently, you got all these. I'm not. This is not a shot at Neil, but like I'm seeing other people do their videos buying Xbox One X in 2020 at the end of the generation. And now all of a
finally,
sudden
right?
having all this hype for it on this bullshit. It reminded me of those idiots who bought a PS5 in 2019 after all these
PS4,
years.
yeah.
I see the light. Like you wait.
PlayStation, they never look back, yo. They went with PlayStation and they never looked back at Xbox. They said, "What the hell is Xbox?" Shout out to Salty.
Yeah.
Shout out to Crap Gamer. And
Oh my god! Oh my god!
man.
Oh my god!
Shit, shit, I wish I had the fraud alert up.
Oh
bro. Like,
man,
that
I
shit
can't
crazy.
believe Chris just said that. With that being said, Xbox is the best
I told you,
box.
he was
I
trolling.
am the best bot. You guys have a good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.